news.
We have
ready?
nothing to say now.
No, we've exhausted all the discussion before.
I was about to start seeing tossed salad and scrambled eggs, but whatever.
Oh yeah,
It's
is
not
that
the
what
intro
we're doing
sounds
this
good to
week?
me.
We're going to do Frasier characters, Frasier side characters. There you go. That's the one you want.
I've seen like 2 episodes, so good luck with that.
Maris, TRS.
I just watched the episode with Patrick Stewart today, and
Yeah, you watch it every day. We know.
he's a good actor. That's Sir Patrick.
Really, I didn't know that. Maybe there's something to his whole career.
Yeah. I mean, I watched all of Star Trek I've ever seen was season 2 of Picard, and I don't know. He didn't seem all that.
Can you imagine the worst cross section of the?
I'm pretty sure he was better on Sesame Street than he was on Picard season 2.
Okay, I'll screw everything else we were going to talk about. What is the single worst series, the single season of Star Trek to show someone? Because I would have thought TNG season 1, but Picard season 2 might actually take the cake for the worst.
All of Discovery.
That's not true.
It's pretty close to true.
I wouldn't say Damar says
TOS season 3.
TOS. It says TOS season 3. I don't
That's
know.
good stuff in season 3.
Yeah.
Well,
There's still episodic
so that's
episodes.
tough because TOS has the what's the opposite of benefit? Has the penalty of
Drawback.
age.
Yeah.
So that automatically it's fighting an uphill battle there.
I
Like
think
episodes like Mary and the children shall lead.
Yeah.
Like no one would ever want to watch Star Trek if they saw those. So
I think it might be season 2 of Picard. I think it actually might be.
Because you get the double whammy of complete continuity lockout because it's so dependent on other episodes, and it's also just garbage.
Yeah. I'm struggling to think of anything else that's worse in
TNG season 1.
Yeah, that's a
pretty
close
bad.
one, but it's
even
still,
then, there's still good episodes in there. There's still good
Encounter
stuff.
at Farpoint is a classic. No denying it.
And also, Coming of Age, I actually really rate. And Conspiracy, the Neutral Zone's pretty good.
Neutral
Although it
Zone's
has
really
its
good,
well, it has its ups and downs, but I do like it for the most part.
I'm trying to think. Any Enterprise season 1's got its perks. It's not a great.
It's got a few bits and pieces. I think is it season 1 that has Minefield for Enterprise? Because I love Minefield.
I think it's 2.
That's season 2.
I thought it was 1. It is pretty early.
Or maybe it is 1. I don't know.
Yeah, because I think it's season 2 that has Carbon Creek and Minefield, and I'm like, okay, that justifies the season existing.
Yeah. And then you get the Zindi stuff.
J. Paul Boehmer, yeah.
Anyway,
in
how are you
Conspiracy,
guys?
When they're sitting at the table near the end and Riker's playing with his worms, he cross draws his phaser, and then you're never supposed to cross draw your weapon at a table. So that's pretty.
Is it
Based on. Was it just rude?
So Mrs. Doyle's
No.
etiquette.
Haven't you seen Breaking Bad before?
No.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Let me show it to my
But yes,
wife.
how are you guys?
I'm good. Louisa, we're tearing pizza toppings. Do you want to join us?
Couldn't be less
Replied.
interested.
We're tearing pizza toppings tonight. Do you want to join us? No, she says no.
No.
That was one of the least. Those are one of the least interested no's I've ever heard.
No.
pretty up there.
Yeah.
Do you want to try X tonight? No. Boy, I heard that one before.
Sorry, carry on. Anyway, yeah, I'm good. Having a nice day out at the park with the boys. We went and stroked some animals in this little sort of petting zoo. Saw some goats and things like that. And it's a very friendly sheep that acted pretty much like a dog. It was really weird. It kept bounding up to us and then leaping up and then just I want to play. And I'm like, you a sheep, really? So take off the disguise.
It was just a very shaggy dog.
Yeah, just really need to trim. And saw a pig snoring and that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was fun. My son got to hold a rabbit, and he seems he's obsessed with Peter Rabbit at the moment. That made him very, very happy that he got to hold a rabbit. And now he wants a rabbit, and no, he cannot have one.
Well, yeah. No.
Although he did say he's not going to eat any more rabbit pies, because we used to go to the butchers and buy rabbit pies. And he's like, no, I don't want any more. I want to kill it.
Oh, don't worry, he'll outgrow that. Don't eat Flopsy.
Apart from that, yeah, I'm very good.
Walter, how are you doing?
Got a couple hours beach time in, per usual. That's like my pre-show ritual, is to go beaching.
What do you do on a bad day?
Swim.
If you can't get down the beach, do you just sit and look at pictures of the beach?
No, I'm forced to hang out with you guys just without
It's
the
his
beach.
job,
so.
beach. Just-
I'm less
just like
jovial without the beach.
Are you proper Baywatching it in with the speedos and sort of running slow mo down the beach with your lifeguard thing? Trying to do your best David Hasselhoff.
No, actually, I run at maximum speed as soon as I see the water, and then leap into the. It's getting cold. It is, but it's still warm enough to swim. So
Do you leap in like a dog with all your 4 paws in the air and just go?
yes,
You not seen
Yes,
that when
I
dogs
do.
leap
I love
into
the
water?
water.
They kind of go and then.
I hate to break this to you, Idle, but he has hands, not paws.
Well, yeah, obviously, but yeah.
they actually have on like ESPN every so often they'll do like the dog Olympics, and one of the things is how far they can jump into a pool of water.
Oh gosh, we have a whole
compelling
ritual over here in the
television.
UK. It's called
I am
Crufts.
Oh, the
compelled.
Westminster Dog Show, right?
Yeah, Crufts. Do you ever watch Crufts, Stars?
No.
No, it's fucking.
I have video games.
It's I have a life.
Yeah.
No, Crufts is like a big dog show, but it's all about, they have like the most ridiculous looking dogs, but then they do have some like athletic challenges, but then sometimes they just have like dog pageants for like these things that look like you should be putting your feet up on them, like sitting down watching telly. They're just ridiculously hairy and just go, oh, look at the tension on the left thigh. That's going to cost some points. It's a weird thing, and I don't think I've watched it for a few years. Maybe I'll get the boys into Crufts. That could be fun.
You know, it would be
Well,
really
you can just get them
impressive.
Transformers. I think they'd like that more.
Would be a cat talent show, because good luck training a cat to do the stuff that a dog would do.
I think there is something similar. Stars, we are missing Marie this week, aren't we? Sadly.
Yes, she unfortunately had a surgery, so she's unable to come on this
Tommy John.
particular show. Yeah, it was a tonsillectomy, so it's pretty rough. But
removed
she
her
is. I
funny
think she's
bone.
here in chat, or at least in spirit.
There you go.
Yeah, she never had a funny bone.
Love you, Marie.
I can talk shit about her because she ain't here.
Hey.
We will hopefully. Yeah, there you go. She's in the chat.
We will take your
but we will
tear
get
in
her
the
on
regard.
another stream. Yeah,
Take your
we'll take her on to another stream. I will make sure
We
she
will.
gets on because I'm going to force her to be social.
Damn right. If you don't, we will.
Yeah, no, right?
But yeah, I'm enjoying Lower Decks at the moment. Lower Decks is it's that nice. It's like the leg slap and go. Well, gotta go. It's like end of the conversation. That's nice. Anyway, Lower Decks is great. Love Lower Decks. Are you caught up yet, guys?
I haven't watched the last
Nope.
2 episodes. I'm kind of probably think I might like just marathon them. Like I'll probably end up watching them tomorrow.
Tallinn is so good. I need to talk about Tallinn with someone.
I guess you're gonna have to wait.
It's like literally my new favorite
Hold on.
character.
Now, we brushed over the least normie accessible season of Star
I
Trek.
think we agreed it's season 2.
There must be a winner.
Picard.
Well, it's because season 2.
We're
It
talking
has
about
to be.
accessible. I mean, Picard season 2 maybe it's a bit more accessible. It's present day.
I think it's much more accessible. Yeah,
but it's just trash.
No.
it's got a
The
bunch of
entire
hot people in
emotion-
it.
The entire emotional core of the series relies on you knowing about Q and his relationship with Picard, and also you have to know like lots of obscure lore about Picard's family and why it even fucking matters.
Also,
And
And
modern
tons of stuff about the
television-
Borg.
They make
like,
Alison
Modern
Kelly
TV doesn't
motherboards.
require an emotional core. It just requires like cars and women and soundtracks.
I disagree with this.
What? Maybe TNG season 2? Mind you. You got Joe Piscopo in there, Pulaski, and
Yeah, but Pisco is just like a funny period piece. Like it's not inaccessible. You just
No.
look at like honestly, I feel like that bit works even better now. Instead of like the original intent, which is like, look, we've got this like stand-up comedian you could go out and see today. As like a look, Data's learning about humans. Instead, it's like, wow, look at this dated human. No wonder no one can tell fucking Data how to be funny. Everyone on the ship is about as funny as a heart attack.
Rev
You can
Damar.
put it in
Damar,
the
I
hole.
would-
Go on.
I would watch season 3 if
skip
you're
two.
a fan of TNG, because they bring the TNG folks back and do like a
There's
good
literally
old fashioned run
nothing
back.
from season 2 that carries on to season 3. There is in season 1, but not in season 2. Literally nothing. I don't think, anyway.
Yeah,
Apart
no,
from-
season 2 is pretty much worthless.
Yeah, it's so skippable. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Apart from maybe the
Yeah.
first episode, maybe the first 2 episodes, and then
And
that's
it's
it.
such a waste, because if you can get Delancey on your show, and then like that's the only Delancey thing I've ever seen in my life. He did a table read once with like Leonard Nimoy. Someone wrote
Spock
like
versus
it was like it's like a fan script.
They're
Spock
so
versus
good.
Q.
I listened to them fairly
I was
recently.
so much more invested than that
Yeah.
than anything he did in season 2, and it's such a shame because That's the only Delancey storyline that I haven't been.
There's a sequel to that as
before.
well. I listened to Spock vs. Q and Spock vs. Q2 very recently, and it's Delancey and Nimoy reading opposite each other, which is just godly. And they are playing their characters in a very there's an asteroid heading to Earth. Spock comes and warns the travels back in time to warn contemporary audience, and Q comes along to go, "Haha, you foolish mortal!" And he goes, "I expect you're going to convince me to alter this asteroid." And the whole thing is just like a half an hour. Not argument, discussion between the two of them about how Q should save humanity and what they have to offer, and it's done. And Nimoy just go how amazing is a Spock in a different situation. It's so worth a listen. If you can find a copy of it, listen to Spock versus Q.
Should be on YouTube.
Good. Yeah, probably on YouTube.
It'll actually be on YouTube, yeah.
I think it was at a convention or something. I remember there being an audience there.
It's in front of a live audience.
Oh yeah, this would be a convention thing. I can't imagine that's the sort of thing they would have done just for fun.
They pack Wembley, 80,000 people. just show up to hear those two talk.
Absolutely worth a listen.
What is the biggest convention on record? Do you guys know offhand? Like attendance-wise?
I mean, we're not talking...
That's got to be one of the New York or San Diego Comic-Cons, right?
Yeah. I want to say Burning Man.
You're talking about like convention versus like just gathering of people.
Well, I mean, for anything Star Trek related, I wonder what the biggest attendance is.
Yeah, it's got to be STCC or NYCC. I imagine.
Yeah. Definitely.
What about HFTB? LMPO?
How about IDGFA?
IDDQD, actually.
Which reminds me, very soon I'm going to be booking my tickets to my hotel for the next Star Trek convention in Blackpool next year. I'll be doing that when I get some money next month, because I am incredibly skint this month.
Yeah, people are pointing out maybe when Picard Season 1 was announced, because that was a big epoch kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was a big moment.
Like, oh shit, Trek's back.
Yeah. And then everyone was like,
Speaking of, I just watched the. Speaking of the old guard coming back, I just watched the new trailer for the Doctor Who with Tennant coming back, and that's made me very excited.
Ah, good.
Because I'm the only Doctor Who fan here, so that is an end.
I like Doctor Who just fine. I just haven't watched it since Tennant left. Really. I watched some of Matt Smith, but I didn't like any of it.
I love Matt Smith. Matt Smith's great.
Capaldi's he's a great actor, but the writing was shit.
Capaldi's good. Capaldi's 10th season, or not his 10th season, the 10th season with Capaldi and Bill is very, very good. That's a great one.
I'm sure it is, but I just...
and then skip the Jodie Whittaker stuff. She's great. Jodie Whittaker is really good. The writing was trash. Chibnall is not a great showrunner.
Don't worry, it'll get fixed in Big Finish. Like, having listened to a lot of Big Finish stuff, it'll get fixed.
Oh yeah, I'm literally in the car. I'm listening to McGann's run from start to finish, and he's so good. And I did watch the TV movie, the '95 Paul McGann movie.
It's not that bad, actually.
It's okay. It's got its flaws.
It's alright, actually.
It's not enough Paul McGann in it, but it's fun. Like
Eric
Masters is the master. No,
he's hilarious.
Eric Roberts is the master as well.
Eric Roberts, yeah, he's kind of hilarious. I wouldn't have anticipated him being a good master, but he is. I got way into the Big Finish stuff with Colin Baker's stuff. Man, he got done so much better in the Big Finish stuff, like with Evelyn Smythe and whatever. That's actually
the Evelyn Smythe arc's really good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I love that stuff. Yeah, she's great. Yeah, Rev, I don't blame you for stopping in the Jodie stuff. Like, Doctor Who's been in a bit of a tailspin for a while, but thankfully it's coming back.
I think there was about 2 good episodes of Jodie stuff that were like, oh good, this is written, and it was written by somebody else, not Chibnall. Like, he wasn't involved. And there was there was one which is like one that features the Angels, and there was another one which was one of the Christmas specials, which was like a time loop episode. It was really good, and those were the exceptional ones. And everything else has just been a bit like, oh really? Like, they had an episode with someone that was like, oh, this is supposed to be the Donald Trump analog, and you're like, it's read very plainly, and there's like no subtlety about it whatsoever. I was like, oh great, thanks.
Yeah, it's no fun. Unlike Star Trek, where everything is incredibly subtle and no anvils are dropped. Of course.
Auto, you daydreaming?
Auto is daydreaming about the beach. Yeah. Have you guys seen Barbie?
Totally
Have you guys seen Barbie?
Not yet. The wife.
Go see Barbie.
I've heard it's good.
Sorry,
dude, it's incredible. It's incredible. It's a modern masterpiece.
I mean, it's
actually is. I'm not lying.
I heard John Cena was in it, which might be the only thing that makes me.
He is.
What's her name? Lead actress that's in it.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. I'll see stuff with her in it. I think she's a very good actress.
Like, here's the thing: is like Barbie would seem like the least thing that you'd be interested in, but I would actually say it's one of the funniest movies I've seen in a while, and it also has a really, really strong emotional core and a really deep examination of masculinity and femininity.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but that's what I have you guys for. So
Yeah, I know. We're noted experts on femininity.
I have a wife. That's as close
okay,
as it gets.
can I go a little bit dark here for a second?
Ooh.
Oh boy.
I just rewatched the TNG episode with the Yulians, where
Oh, yeah,
Troy
that is
once
dark.
again gets raped, and they even use the word in that episode. So why is it that kind of stuff is like cringy sort of and hard to watch, but the war episodes are like the really brutal ones?
I don't know.
You know, Siege of AR 558 and Under the Cloak of War. Why do I enjoy those so much? They're both kind of like similarly
I think
dark,
it's the difference
uncomfortable
between,
subjects,
like,
but I just happen really to enjoy the war ones.
They tell
Why
the
is that?
different stories, like very, scenes that are about, say, like rape and torture and emotional turmoil are much more, affect you much more on a personal level. It feels like it's hard-hitting, directed at you, or it feels like maybe someone you know. I think war ones are very much bigger picture, and you feel like, yeah, it's affecting the little people, but it's on a bigger scale, so it's easier to watch because you know something's... It doesn't have a personal context to you because you're not in that war, unless, of course, you were a veteran watching something where you're in there. Say you're a Vietnam vet and you watch, one of the old Vietnam films.
I think it's a combination of a few factors, namely the fact that, like, the actual assault of the individual is almost never treated with enough gravitas and enough, like, sympathy and complexity for it to really feel satisfying. You always kind of feel like you're either watching, like, an after-school special or something that's embarrassing and that shouldn't have been produced. And even then, when an episode about sexual assault or mental assault is ever done, like... I feel like it's a case of that level of violence is perpetrated over a longer period. Like, someone gets shot, that's it. Okay, that's a really violent act, and obviously they're suffering. But like, either they die or they live, or there's like a degree of catharsis about that. But with sexual assault, that could potentially impact that person for the entire rest of their life, and it's like some people never really recover from it, and they're forever changed, and that's harder to.
There's a lot of PTSD covered though with those war episodes, which is pretty analogous, I would say.
I think for yourself because
but it's a very different style of violence. It's like an invasion of the personal being, rather than just violence against your person.
None of us have served. Like none of us has gone away or seen action. I assume, Otto, unless there's a dark past you've not told us about where you spent like a year in Iraq or something.
This is why he likes welcome to the Butterstone Noir. Yeah, this is why he likes Under the Cloak of War so much.
Yeah, could
be. I was this close to joining the Marines.
Were you really? Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Green Beret. I think it's, we've not served, so we can't talk to why that won't affect us much. It's very easy, our generation, to glorify war as this kind of cool, fun thing that we see in the media, but when it actually comes down to it, it's always horrific.
There's that great line from Data. I think he's talking to Riker, where he says, should we not feel the death of a stranger as keenly as those that we know? And he says maybe if we did, history would be a lot less bloody. So.
Yeah,
it's true. I think it's like the machine of war we've all sort of given up as it being something that we can't really change or affect or stop, but something on a one-to-one level is something that people should be able to intervene on and act on. So
that's possibly part of it. Yeah, I can see that being part of it.
Also, it's the fact that it happened to Troy so many times throughout the show.
Yeah,
that's just
you can't take it seriously.
5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Tomas says, at least Nog gets the PTSD episode. And what a crazy one it is, because would you have thought, like, oh yeah, a side character and a holographic jazz singer get one of the most emotionally devastating episodes where they just, he runs a jazz club and worries, and you realise the whole episode is just him dealing with his trauma from the Siege of AR, whatever it was.
558, yeah. Well, that's kind of the trick of like a good story that's like nuanced and you put effort into building up side characters. Is that you can tell those stories with those side characters and it doesn't feel like it's any more diminished just because they're side characters. They are still people with personalities and complexities, and you feel for them because you've put the requisite time in to give them personalities. They don't feel like they're just foils for other characters. They don't feel like they're just here to serve a narrative function. It's a case of, no, I have a character here who is three-dimensional, who you feel for, and that's why it has such an impact.
I was just thinking, like, DS9 gets lauded so much for their minor characters. on the other end of the spectrum, TNG fucking sucks. They have Alexander, Loxana, and Barclay. Like, that's their all-star lineup.
They also have Q and Hugh.
Q
Well,
and Hugh,
yeah, but
another
he gets
Hughes.
like 2 episodes. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'd
but it's
call
still
him.
enough for him to. And then he comes back in Picard. Honestly,
They
so
get
it's
Q.
like different
Yeah, I'll give him credit for Q, but
Q's
the rest of
yeah.
that lineup is pretty.
Look,
Are you
I
telling me
like-
you aren't deeply in love with Admiral Nechayev?
No, I like Loaxana.
no.
I feel like because
Oh, O'Brien as well, actually. O'Brien is
yeah.
not a main character in TNG,
That's
so...
Yeah. No, I like.
But
Loaxana.
still, I mean,
she's great.
Oh, yeah,
It's not-
totally.
it's,
like
it's
Loxana a
no
lot.
Garrick and Martok and
No, but
Oh,
I love
Guinan.
Loaxana, Picard
And Gowron.
interactions, and Guinan. Yeah, thank you.
how many episodes was Guinan in?
Probably about
I
20.
mean, my show's been like, what, 15, 20? Yeah.
Lore.
Lore's pretty good, although he is just a cackling and like a
It is
maniac.
also Spine
But he's
again.
fun.
29,
Yeah.
29
count.
episodes.
29, nice.
It's almost a
Five in
full season.
Star Trek Picard, and then 2 movies.
5 in Star Trek Picard. Oh, yeah, Guinan as a character.
Because
as
young
opposed to
Guinan
just
would also
repeat.
be credited,
okay,
yeah.
Okay,
I think
29
TNG did
though,
okay, but because it's not so heavily serialized, you don't feel
that's
their
it.
Maybe just
character
coming
arcs
off
much.
coming off these Alexander episodes, I'm like, I could do with that.
yeah. Alexander
Tell
is a
me-
character that I feel like should come back in like a Star Trek Legacy thing and get done right. I feel like you could do a really interesting thing with that character, but like he's written so poorly between TNG and DS9.
Actually, in DS9, it's like worse. They're like, how can we
Okay,
make him the
way
biggest
worse.
schlub in the
Way
universe?
Yeah, it's awful. Yeah, no, I hate what they did with Alexander and with Kern and DS9. I felt like they really fucked up various bits of like Worf's personal arc.
The
and
worst
Actually,
stuff. Like,
Kern,
wow.
Tony Todd is
Yeah.
is really good.
well, he's
Gowron?
great, but the actual
Fucking
episode is
Gowron?
garbage.
Gowron's a menace.
I already said Gowron.
Oh, sorry.
He's
I
just
missed
a
that.
guy though. Early on, it
Just
takes a
a
while
guy.
before he
Just
comes
the
into
leader of
his
the
own.
Klingon Empire with the eyes. You know.
No, when they first show him,
Yeah, he is
he's
just a
a-
schlub. Duras.
he's
The
Klingon
Duras
number 2.
sisters. They do Klingon
Yeah,
show.
they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that good or bad though?
Yes, it's good. End of discussion.
The funny thing
You
about
have
Alexander
tables
was
or
when I think I was about 15 when his episodes were on, and I kept looking at him going, "Oh my god, it's me! Why did they make him me? This like nervous, like whiny long-haired guy that's just sitting there going, I don't know what I'm doing." It's like, oh my god. Yeah,
Hey, you have the same names too.
and it had
Maybe
the
it's
same
not
name
a
as well, which didn't
coincidence.
help.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, opening a bit.
Captain Idle's last name is also Ruzhenko. For those who don't know,
I do have Ukrainian origins, so this, I did do my family history, and I do have a Ukrainian immigrant in my family, so there it is. My great.
You also love Roke Blood Pie. It's all coming together.
Minya Ketcherov was her name.
Oh,
I
wow.
forget. Yeah.
Stealing that name for a NPC next session.
She
Plenty.
better be a badass.
No, Stephanie Broadchest here.
Yeah, we need it. Oh, there we go.
All right, you know what? Question: do you guys know where that? Because that is actually spoken in a Bond film. Do
Is it
you know
really?
which one?
God, it's got to be a
Yes.
Sean Connery era, hasn't it?
no, we don't have
No.
encyclopedic knowledge.
Oh, is it Roger Moore?
No,
Oh well, I don't know. Then it could be anything.
it's
kinda
actually
narrowing
from
it
Casino.
down.
It's actually Casino Royale.
What, the original or the?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
no,
doesn't
the-
Ava Green say it?
No, because they're driving from the train to the hotel, the actual Casino Royale, and Bond is fucking with Vesper and saying, "And you're Miss Stephanie Broadchest."
Oh,
Fucking go
There
back
it
and
is.
watch Casino Royale. That movie is amazing. It's
That movie
so
is
good,
so
so
good.
well directed.
I
So
do
written.
love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful,
Especially when he has an itch down there. That's like it's really hard to watch that scene, but it's also kind of funny.
Oh yeah, no. Guess what? As a man, it's painful, but it's also hilarious.
And Eva Green.
Oh dear.
We could,
Yeah, well-
you know, I don't mean to make you feel any worse, Marie, but we could definitely use a woman on the show. We go from like talking about Troy's rape to, you know, James Bond to what else?
How
do we
about
cover?
we talk about something that everyone can agree on? Pizza
The motion
toppings.
Anyway.
picture.
Yeah, the motion picture being awful.
well.
Don't make her feel bad. You're okay.
It's
Maria.
not to me. I'm just saying we could really use.
I was going to wear
Someone,
my,
with a higher pitched
I
voice.
Love Marie top. I was going to play the Sheryl Crow song, Marie, and I had a whole bit planned. You let me down.
Wow.
Now you are making her feel bad.
Okay. So what have we got this week?
Are we going to do
also?
some tiering?
We do some tiering. What should we do?
See, once you start, you can't stop
okay.
them.
Let's
So.
just, you want to
just
resolve
saying.
this ambiance for
I
a
know
little
you
bit
can't
longer.
wait.
I don't mind. I just don't. You know me. I hate awkward gaps where there's silence. I'm like, right, we need to move the topic on.
Yeah, you got that radio host instinct.
And now,
That's true.
for our next.
All right,
feature.
well, we can start with that. That one's a quick hitter, and then after
Quickie.
that, we'll.
Let's have a quickie. Let's have pizza toppings.
Yeah, we do need women in here. And not for that reason.
More women.
Female host. More women, wench. Bring me the women.
About to make a Lazy Saddles joke, but I feel like I shouldn't.
We need ladies.
Yours
now.
would probably be the least offensive one.
We need to put Prime Lines talks back, actually. Girl
Yeah, I
wine
better
night.
about
That was that time I did Prime Night talks. Got all the girls on. I was just drinking wine with them. It was great.
Well, you're an honorary girl, really.
That's true. I did have long hair once.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, okay. Anyway, pizza toppings. What have we got? This is gonna be a feisty one, I think, because there are some very interesting ones here. Also, as well, I think you need to add to this the type of base that's going with the topping because it can vary
No, too late.
wildly.
No. This is just the warmer up.
As a concept.
Okay.
The next one has 70 entrants, so this one needed to be shorter.
Jesus.
All
Can't
right.
wait for the next one. Okay, what have we got first? What is this first topping here?
Anchovies. It's
Anchovies.
alphabetical. So.
I don't think I've ever had a pizza with anchovies on it. I like anchovies. So
I
I'm
don't
willing
like
to
the
say
concept. No.
it's salty. It's like a salty hit, isn't it?
It's a very salty hit.
Hmm.
I've had fresh anchovies once when I was in Portugal, and they were fantastic. Every other time, though, they're a salty,
Are
disappointing
fresh
mess.
salty? Or are they as
Lightly salty.
Light as
I mean, they're
okay.
not nearly as. I think it's just the way that they pack them for
they're not as
transport.
pissed
that-
off as the tinned anchovies?
Yeah. Cranky says D. That might be generous, but I would agree with that.
Yeah, I would also
Oh,
go
wow,
D.
okay.
Sorry, it's got me a D.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Pizza's
Marie
salty
also-
enough between the sauce and the cheese, and I think
yeah.
there's
Especially if you have
enough
like a sour base or whatever you're going with, yeah.
I don't know. I'd try it, but yeah, okay. I'll go with D. What we got here? What's
What's
this one?
mixed up?
All right, black olive.
Ugh, no, D. Fucking hate olives.
No.
I am a slut for black olives. I will put them on any food in the universe and eat. I would have black olive ice cream. I would eat them on anything.
what
So
you
for
call
me,
it?
it's S tier.
Is that what you call Babs?
You're a freaking mutant.
I would eat them off Bab's chest. Yes,
You'd eat anything off Bab's chest.
true. So I can't brook D, but
well,
you know, so if you guys really hate them, then
I just hate olives.
Marie is throwing her power behind B.
Oh,
wow.
that sounds like a.
Cranky doesn't like him either.
Yeah, this sounds like a C then maybe. I think we'll say
Divisive.
Let's see. They're
like we
horrible.
keep
My
compromises.
wife likes olives, and I don't understand. She says you just gotta eat enough of them, and then you like them. I was like, or I could eat none of them and not have to eat them.
But they're really good. They're really good.
I like
All you have to do is
olive
be
oil's great.
indoctrinated by the olive.
I think I sounded like a C. I think we're seeing a B, and we hate them, and then what do you like them?
I try to keep a can of black olives open at all times.
One of the weirder habits I've ever heard of.
It's at all times like.
So you guys learn stuff about me new every day.
These olives
This
are
is
going
good.
stale.
Yeah,
Buy
no.
a new pack.
Most interesting man in the world, Automaton
Mr. Otto,
2000.
the tree is empty.
By the way, how's
Giuseppe,
Giuseppe
get the
doing?
fucking tree!
Hey, ask Giuseppe if he likes black olives.
Hey, Giuseppe! Giuseppe!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He hates them.
I
Feature
love black
abomination.
olives. I don't know why he's in a falsetto. He's a very tiny man, Giuseppe is.
Yeah, he has to scamper around the plate in order to make the food.
I'm loving this.
It's like Ratatouille, but with a normal human.
Is that what he does? He just climbs on your headstars and goes, "You're cooking like this, sir."
Yeah, they're going to have a nap then.
All right. We gotta get moving.
I love this
Chicken.
Giuseppe law we're building. Okay,
It's a
what's
very
next?
complex and deep law.
Chicken.
Chicken, I can broach it, but probably
Yeah.
a B.
Are we putting
Really?
barbecue sauce with this chicken?
Sure, if you want. Buying
Sure.
barbecue chickens are pretty common.
I'd say A.
I mean, what I
good.
would usually do if I'm going to be having chicken and pizzas, I'll usually just have like a load of chicken, like tenders or goujons or whatever kind of however you like to prepare it, and just have them together because I like the taste together, but I don't necessarily like chicken on the pizza.
I love chicken. Yeah,
But I can absolutely conscience it together.
So you eat them together, but not if they're horizontal.
Oh,
So
yeah,
vertical's okay, horizontal tastes different.
Have you tried eating them on your side like this?
I
Just
like
saying.
it. I think it's good.
No,
It's a
I'll
good meat.
conscience it. I'll conscience it.
I say A.
I'll go
personally.
A. I'll go
I'll happily concede to an A.
Barbecue
Oh,
chicken
Alfredo
pizza
sauce on that
is
sounds nice.
great.
Hey,
Love it.
Cranky likes them. Cranky's are
Chicken's
a
good on
tiebreaker.
anything, okay? Like especially with like a good like lemony herby chicken or a nice like kind of
Yeah.
piquant sauce. That's
When we
good.
tier meats, we do the anti-vegan fucking stream, and we tier just pure meat. Chicken is definitely like S or A tier. Like that's just a. It's
It's got to be
meat.
S tier.
Yeah.
It's
It's
versatile.
just so it's so versatile.
Yes, I had chicken Alfredo once with like 8 pounds of butter on it, and
we are.
the next day when it had congealed, like and the refractory period had passed, you definitely felt bad. But when it was hot and fresh,
Chicken on a
Stars
Hawaiian
knows
pizza.
all too well what I'm talking about.
The
But when it was
Alfredo
hot
has
and fresh,
formed a base. Formed a concrete.
All right, what do we ate here on chicken?
Yeah, A tier. I say A tier. That works.
All right, here's a controversial one: corn on pizza.
No,
I mean,
get out of here. Get out of here.
yeah, no.
I don't mind it actually.
We had our period of doing like vegetarian because my son went vegetarian for about a couple of months, so we did the whole corn thing. It's like, yeah, you can get corn, put it in a pan, and make a bolognese out of it. But when you're eating, you're just like, this isn't quite right, and it's missing the fat. And I feel like that would be on top of a pizza. It would just be very dry. I'm tempted to say
I tend to go full fat mozzarella though on my pizzas, so there's enough
same.
fat already.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to.
I feel like it's just surplus to requirement, really.
I will.
You can put it on there, though. I think that's what you should.
I will appease the vegetarian crowd and say C. I'll
I
give it a
suppose we
try.
can have a
fine.
slightly healthy topping. A slightly healthy topping.
I would universally rather have corn on my pizza than corn is like it's not great, but it's not actively offensive like anchovies are.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, yeah. Put it in C then.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay.
By the way, chat, I expect you all to try at least one of these next time you and don't pick like pepperoni or something. Come on, be,
Yeah, that's
be
lame.
creative. All right, eggplant.
Wait, hang on. Did you say corn as in sweet corn or corn as in the vegetarian beef substitute?
No, corn is in the band. Korn. What are you talking about? Corn, yes, corn, like corn on
Sweet
the
corn,
cob.
sweet corn. Oh,
Yes.
that's fucking D. I hate sweet corn. I think, yeah,
Too late,
Cranky,
it's already-
Cranky, you're
it
with
can't
me.
be
You call
moved.
corn as in
It's
yeah,
been
because we call it
committed.
sweet. We just call it sweet corn. We don't call it corn here.
Oh, well, too late. It's in C.
Okay,
All right,
fine.
eggplant.
I've never had eggplant in my
It's
life.
aubergine. Yeah, aubergine here. So
Aubergine,
I've never had
yeah.
an aubergine.
aubergine's okay. I don't know if I've ever had it on a pizza. Maybe.
I'll pass. I do like it like grilled with a little
Yeah, a little olive oil on it.
olive oil and seasoning, but on the pizza, it like ruins a pizza for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't give it a D. Sorry,
Oh,
no.
I'll put it in D. We'll
It's
put
the
it in D.
texture. It's the texture that turns it
Yeah,
off.
so it's got that skin. If you get really like
Cranky
thick skin
says
on it-
Renee eggplant, aka Renee aubergine.
By the way, it looks right now like we hate pizza, so we got to pick it up.
Yeah.
All right, green
This is
pepper.
classic. The
peppers.
planonic ideal is good.
Yeah,
I like green
peppers.
pepper. I'll give
yeah.
that an A.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I like
B.
green pepper.
B.
What?
too
Really?
easy.
D. I love raw pepper. Cooked pepper is
Yeah.
slimy and gross.
No, you're not cooking it properly.
Nah.
It's a D. I
Fry
can't- I
first,
can't-
then on the
Here's the
pizza.
thing. I'm right there with you with the raw pepper. I will happily just eat like sticks of raw pepper, like all the
Look,
flavors. But
Our
like,
guest host
cooked is
says
good.
D.
Ooh,
She agrees
sound
with
like
me
a B.
indeed.
Sound like a B then maybe. I
Yeah,
love
close
it.
to
compromise with a
C.
B.
I put pepper
We'll
on
compromise
everything.
with B.
I put pepper on everything.
I used to make these really nice enchiladas, and I used to put like a ton of peppers.
You
in
do
those.
stuffed
They were
peppers as
nice.
well. Get a pepper, take the top off, and stuff
Yeah.
it full of like cooked rice
Those
or
are all
couscous or
fine.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yum.
But on pizza, no.
Yeah.
Give it a B. Give it a B.
Cranky doesn't like it raw. Anyway, what's
disgusting.
next?
Really?
I love it.
I
raw.
like raw. I like raw peppers. I slice it up, put it in salads and things like
Cranky, Let me do it raw for you, and you will change your mind.
Raw dog it, yeah.
But you
All
got just
right,
like
next.
Dr. Wenger.
Ham.
Yeah.
Ham.
That was a classic.
Ham versatile. I like it.
Ham or salami or whatever
Shit,
kind
we
of
gotta rethink this,
thin
'cause-
shaved meat.
Yeah,
Yes.
A.
I think that's an A. That's
Yeah,
very
A.
solid.
Yeah, totally.
I'm trying to think.
A good cured meat is just strong. You know?
Yeah.
If there's one drawback, I'd say it's a little bit too salty. Because, like I say, all the other ingredients are salty.
That depends on
Usually, if you
depends
get
on
a
how
cured
much you put
meat,
it on.
Yeah,
it's
but usually it's a different texture, so it kind of gives it a little bit more of a different flavor profile. So I'm happy
Yeah.
with it.
It depends
I
on
like
how
how
much
we're
they
all
want.
PhDs on this right away.
It's pizza. The P in PhD stands for pizza.
Well, I think chat mostly agrees with
Yeah,
us
that makes sense.
with A there. All right. Jalapeno.
Fuck yeah, give me them.
D
I'm not a
minus.
big spicy guy.
What? Yeah. Give me that
I
spice.
If I
am
wanted to
bored now.
try and not taste anything,
Jalapenos actually have. They're not. They are nice. They're spicy, yes, but jalapenos have a lovely, like, sweet taste to them as well. It's really good.
so does corn.
Corn's trashy. No, I don't like
Marie
on
says
every
D's
pizza.
got to go down there.
I don't like on every pizza, but I like a lot of pizzas. But I
Oh,
don't
now
like-
we listen to her.
I see a B. I see a B for me.
Yeah, when it suits me. I
sounds
speak for the trees and also the Maries.
Trees to Maries.
It's not, no.
C then.
Dude, if you guys can't handle black olives, then there's no way jalapenos
Oh,
go
I
higher
ain't
than
speaking for jalapeno. I'm not speaking for
I'm speaking
jalapeno. I
about
don't like it.
I'm giving jalapenos the yeah. I'd give it A, but I can
He's
see
the
a lot
one
of people
person
like
that seems to
no,
like
so
it.
I think that's a C, which is such a shame.
At best. Generous.
All right. This may be the first S tier inductee, meatballs.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah, go for it.
yeah.
I love a good meatball. Yeah. It's a ball of meat. What could go wrong?
Hell yeah.
I will say the one thing is it makes the pizza quite vertical, which sometimes can be
Yes. Well, it
trouble
can
to
also,
eat.
like, depending on how it's like structured, it can also mean you get like the flop effect,
You get a
which
flop.
is
You
not
also
great.
get one that
But
rolls off
that's
every
what-
now and then. But yeah,
Yeah. That's why you need to practice proper like slice support.
yeah.
So I made a gorilla pizza today with a large sun-dried tomato
Did you mind?
tortilla, and I can't believe how well it holds up structurally. Like you'd think a tiny little tortilla would flop. No, solid all the way. You can grab it from any angle and it holds up. So I was very impressed with that. Are we with S and meatballs?
We are
I
definitely.
think we're all
Yeah,
with
meatballs
this on
are fucking
that,
lush.
yeah.
Love meatballs.
Okay.
Craigie says
Mushrooms.
A for all the meat. Mushrooms.
Oh, hell
We got
yes.
more meat coming up.
S tier for mushrooms for me. Fucking love mushrooms on a pizza. Ham and mushroom pizzas. Oh, so good.
You know, I used to hate mushrooms, but I will say mushroom on pizza has brought up my
Your estimation.
my estimation of mushrooms to where I'm actually eating them outside of pizzas. So
Yeah. Mushrooms. I've
I
converted.
think
to
at least a
mushrooms
B.
recently, so-
Probably a B for me.
Let's see what the chat says.
It is fungus.
Marie says
It is technically fungus. So
It is absolutely a fungus. Not so
Fungus
technically
among us.
about it.
Try those. So C. But mushrooms are so good.
It's
I
got to
give
be a
it
B.
B.
I think that's going to be the compromise. Yeah. B
Peppers
is
and
a happy
mushrooms. Like
medium.
peppers and mushroom. Give me a pepper and mushroom pizza. I'll be in heaven. That's fucking great.
Just put an entire garden on your plate.
Hell yeah. And an animal just to keep it.
Yeah.
onion.
See, I'm not sure about this. I don't think I've ever had onion on a pizza. Unless it's, well, red onion, yes. Like caramelized red onion on a pizza. But I think this is like white onion.
There are a lot. Yeah, there's like there's sweet
Yeah.
onion, there's white onion, there's caramelized onion. Let's just go with
I don't think I've ever had this.
Caramelized
No.
red
regular
onion pizza
onion.
with caramelized red onion pizza with goat's cheese on top is really, really nice. That's like a really kind of like
That does sound really nice, actually.
Yeah,
Although I'm
that's
not a
good.
massive goat cheese guy, I find it a little bit.
I think if you
but
get like a
I
good
wouldn't
brand of
give
goat's
a-
cheese, it's not quite as like stanky, like as like kind of strong.
It
as
might
it
have
is
been
on-
a bad goat cheese I had,
Yeah.
because goat cheese, from what I understand, is very, very temperamental in terms
Yeah,
of
it
how
can
it's
be.
prepared.
But
and
white
made.
onions, I don't
think-
think I've ever had white onions on it. I don't know if that would work.
I think by the end of the stream, I'm gonna like you less as a person, Idol, than I do before the stream.
Why? What can
Wow,
I
just putting that
pizza
headpiece
choices?
right here.
Because we won't enjoy the same pizzas. That's a big deal.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can
but then
order
you get
ma-
to cook him the pizza like you did for me, and then he'll understand.
But we can have. There are many types of pizzas. You have your pizza. I have my pizza. We're both
Uh,
happy.
Onion on its own is a big no. But if it's there to like support something else, like a meat,
Compliment.
or
I can see it.
because it can cut the grease a little bit. I think it does a good job of
grease
that.
factor can sometimes be a consideration. Yeah.
As a compliment, it's fine, but
I do
it's
like white
a
onions.
C.
See, I'll put pussy. I'll see it and see. I think I did a job because I like onion rings. I like, any kind of cooked onion. Like my opening starter to any food, anything I make in a pan is like chop up a load of white onion, a load of garlic, chuck it in there, start frying, and then put anything.
Oh yeah,
on top.
onion and garlic. Like you can't go wrong.
Have you seen the?
I love a pepperoni pizza with Bavarian olives right now. I'm starving.
Hang on.
What was I gonna say? Wait, what were we just talking about?
Onions.
That's what you were
onions.
gonna say.
I forget.
Yep.
Damn you, Cranky! All right, pepperoni.
That's got to be S, isn't it? It's the classic.
Says
It
too.
defines.
I love a good
It's just
pepperoni
S.
pizza. It's
Those
so
little
good.
cups that curl up and fill with grease.
Oh, yeah. Get
Like
little,
you can't get better.
No.
Oh god, yeah, that is. Oh,
You get big
I want a
pepperoni,
pizza
you
right
get
now.
little pepperoni. Yeah, it is the
It's
defining.
like it was just like I almost always go for a good margarita with like a ton of different cheeses on it, like a good like a four cheese or whatever.
yeah,
But like
quattro formaggi.
if I know, yeah, exactly. If they do a really nice pepperoni, I'll go for that every time.
Yeah.
Why would you stop at 4?
Because that's usually all they'll do, and I don't like goat
I think
cheese. So.
Lidl did do a 6 cheese pizza once, and I think I had like
Ooh, what
blue.
cheeses?
I think I like blue cheese in there as well as some other stuff.
I like
yeah.
blue cheese.
Blue
Dude,
cheese
blue
on a pizza.
cheese and buffalo wings are so good.
Blue cheese.
Oh,
and
yeah,
mashed-
but I've never
blue
had it
cheese
on
and mashed
pizza.
potato is the bomb. That's so good.
Have you had buffalo chicken pizza?
Yeah, I
No,
think I have. Yeah.
Not. I don't think that's really as much of a thing over here.
They did
that's
it,
more of
I
an
think,
American
yeah,
invention, I think.
like they have,
See,
like,
this
American
cultural
meats.
divide. It's hard to come up with tearing topics because whenever I think of something good, I'm like, no, they probably never heard of that before. So.
Yeah, you're like, why can't we do an entire tearing session about cheese whiz? And it's like, well, I see. Although...
No, I tap out on that too.
Cheese whiz and bread. This
All
is
right.
so slightly too sweet. Okay.
All right, this was controversial, but I've actually quite enjoyed it. Pineapple on
S.
pizza. Wow.
Fucking
D.
love
We can be friends again, Idol.
D. No.
Also, pineapple and ham together
Yeah,
is a
absolutely. It has to be with the
fantastic
both.
combination. So, how many times have you tried it, Stars?
I think once, and that was enough.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
See, never base it on one attempt.
Do you have would you have like a curry with
How many
raisins
attempts
in
is
it,
enough?
or would you have pork and applesauce?
Did you say raisins?
Curry with the raisins in, or
We're
tagine
no longer
with
friends.
tagine with apricots in it, something like that.
That was a quick turnaround.
Same
What
principle.
words are you using? This is
Tagine,
pizza.
a tagine, like a lamb tagine. It's like a Moroccan dish, and you have apricots in it with your lamb. It's fucking lovely. It's so nice.
No.
Cooked apricot. Oh. No, but pineapple is S for me.
Yeah,
But
pull
I'm
it back.
asking Saz,
We're
I'm
on
asking Saz,
pizza.
would you have pork and applesauce in a bat run? Would you do that? Would you go like a hog roast, layer of like shredded like cooked pork, applesauce on top, stuffing? Yum. Right? Same principle
does
with
sound
ham and
really nice.
pineapple. Is that nice sweetness in with the base? You've got the same principles there.
but
You've
it's
got a bread,
different.
you've got a sweet,
Different.
and you've got
No.
a meat.
The principles are not the.
They
No.
are.
No. No. No.
You know, I will say,
No.
I hate salty and sweet, but I do like pineapple pizza. So
Yeah.
D.
Nah. S.
hold on, what did chat say? Because we've been talking for a while.
Craig
B,
says ham
B,
is a
C.
B.
Chucky likes pineapple. Pineapple's S tier. So I think most people like it.
Apart
so
from best efforts, as Marie says,
A?
D.
do we say A?
Yeah.
We have like 5 people on A or S, and then 2 on
Our
D.
votes count
so-
5 times more than the chat.
A
so
has
it's fine.
Okay, well then they got I single-handedly
Look,
Wait, why have our viewers
vote
dropped?
to an
Oh,
A.
shit.
Wait, hold on. I'll give you pineapple in C if the Enterprise E moves to B.
No, I'm not making that trade.
It's not a good ship. I don't know why you guys
It's a
like it so
beautiful
much.
ship. First contact alone makes that an S tier.
Oh.
Fucking feral.
Italian sausage.
Yeah.
Oh
Or
yes,
any-
absolutely.
any kind of
Yeah,
sausage,
gorgeous.
Especially Italian sausage.
Almost any cured meat, you can just throw it on a pizza. I'll be like, fuck yeah, give me more. Fuck
See,
yeah.
but the difference between this and ham, though, is the texture. Some people don't like the.
I like the skin. You get the little bit of
No,
that skin crunch.
You know what? You know what I say to those people? Yeah, get stronger teeth. Get good
I'll tell
scrub.
that to my surviving nan.
I mean, guess what? She also probably wants stronger teeth.
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll take that.
There's so many times when I've torn into a pizza and burned the roof of my mouth, and from then on, any tall toppings really like bother the sensitive skin.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You and Marie should like birds of a feather because she always eats pizza rolls long before they've cooled down, and I always tell her fucking wait, and then she's like, no, I burned my mouth. And I'm like, bitch, I fucking told you.
It's a rite of passage. You got to do it every time, or it's not the same experience.
No, you don't have to do it every time. Do it once and then learn. That's how children learn.
That being said, outside of the
Never give up,
texture,
no
I mean
surrender.
the burn mouth thing, it's an S. I'll give it an S. I think chat loves
Yes.
it. We love it. Right?
Sausages are amazing. Oh god, yeah.
Dude, we
Yeah,
are
the best
carnivores.
ever doesn't learn. It's true.
Sorry.
All right,
What's next?
2 more. Shrimp.
No.
I don't know. I
don't like shrimp in general.
I
so.
love prawns.
Yeah, me
Prawns
neither.
and shrimp, seafood, shellfish, yum. Love it.
I'm normally great with seafood, but I'm not great with usually shellfish. I don't like mussels. I don't like oysters. I don't like shrimp. I don't like any of
disgusting.
these
No,
things.
I've told my oyster story before. No, let's not do that.
Yeah, no. But,
Prawns, it depends what it's with. I cannot imagine prawns and cheese. Prawns and the tomato, though, would be fine.
at that point,
I did have this. I had the shrimp in like tomato sauce dish in Madeira. It was like
That's nice.
the size of my torso. It was good.
Cranky,
But on
Cranky,
pizza-
Americans call prawn shrimp as well. So any kind of prawn, shrimp, or like langoustines, that's all shrimp to Americans. Just bigger sizes. So yeah, this is prawn pizza. Prawn on a pizza.
D for me.
I'll go with chat. I haven't tried it, but I'm struggling to imagine what your topping's going to be like. Or yeah,
Cranky says D.
barbecue shrimp.
It
Maybe
feels like it just
Doesn't learn.
overpowers it. It
D,
just feels
yeah.
like it overpowers. I don't like it.
I could see it with the barbecue sauce.
And then-
Actually, that'd be quite nice.
Last up, sliced tomatoes.
Are they normal or sun dried? Because sun dried tomatoes
We'll
I'm
go
fine
with
with.
we'll go with normal.
No, I don't like tomatoes. I like sun dried
I
tomatoes.
hate tomatoes.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I feel like it's completely ancillary. Like I feel like it's like
Yeah.
you already have the sauce. What's the point?
Exactly.
I
But
feel like
sauce tastes
wait,
different. Sauce is
Yeah, it
tomato with
tastes
salt
different.
and sugar.
Yeah, or what things that make it better.
That's
And
what I'm
meanwhile,
saying.
you're wasting valuable real estate on the pizza. Every bit of space that is occupied with tomato normal, you could occupy it with things like Italian meats or pepperoni or other things. Like, I used to go to this really nice pizza place that they would just give you like a little bowl of Parmesan cheese that you just be like like that, like as if you were icing a donut or whatever. I mean, kind of. I always make sure to use all of it because guess what? I would rather fill my entire pizza with fill in all the tomato with that and have a single tomato on it.
I don't like fresh tomatoes, but I'm going to counter your argument with something you liked before, which is the 4 cheese pizza. Why have a type of cheese when you've got different types of cheese? When you've got the tomato sauce and a fresh tomato.
Yeah.
Except for
Come on.
you can still layer things on top of the cheese.
Yeah.
You know, unpopular opinion.
If
Any
you've
more
got,
than
pizza and it's 4 cheeses, you've got like the tomato, then the 4 cheeses on top, right? You can still put things on top of that. But if you have like a pizza and then you have like a big old blob of like a tomato there, that's real estate that's taken up. You can't put anything on top of that.
anything more than like 2 cheeses, you can't really taste the subtleties, anyways. So
No,
unpopular
I think,
opinion, but it's just for show.
I can taste all.
Like pick 2
But what
really
a
strong
show.
cheeses. Pick like 2 strong cheeses that you can taste both at the same time, and then
That's also a valid opinion. But I'm also going to be here like, ooh, 4 cheeses.
All right, so what do we D tier on tomatoes?
I think
I think it
so.
might actually be.
I don't think chat was too complimentary on it.
I've actually got one to add to this list, which you haven't got. I'd like to hear your opinion on in a minute.
Hold on. Cranky asks, pepperoni under the cheese or on top of the cheese?
On
Or
top.
called
Never had it
toppings.
under.
Anyone put some under cheese?
Under. I've never had that.
I've had it at, like kebab
They're
shop
disqualified from making pizzas.
pizzas. Kebab shop pizzas, they tend to put like a layer of cheese, toppings, and then just cover it in cheese and grease on top of that. And little bubbles inside of itself. It's weird.
I don't hate the idea, but I've never had it.
What about?
You say
And this
toppings,
is
so.
a favourite of mine because I love this. What about pesto on a pizza?
Love pesto.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to this really lovely little pop-up place just down the road, and they gave me a little tub of like little pesto sauce, and they were just like, all I would do is eat the obviously dip a little bit of the pizza in there.
Shot it.
But then when I was done with the crust, I was just like,
Yeah.
and just it was
Pesto's
fucking
lush.
addictive.
Yeah.
Pesto's incredible. I put pesto on everything.
Save it for another tiering section. This was toppings
incredible.
only.
Yeah, no,
today.
that pesto is a topping. Pesto is a pizza topping. I've seen it.
Oh, it's a
But
topping.
Cranky says most places here put it under. It sucks. Well, there you go. That answers the fucking question, doesn't it?
Look, just from a practical perspective, if you don't even know what's on the pizza, like that's
Yeah.
terrible. Then you
Yeah.
don't know what. It's
You
like
to appreciate the artistry, right? Yeah,
it's a
totally.
mystery pizza.
There could be prawns under there or sardines. No, not sardines. Anchovies.
Have you had those
It could be raw
Harry
sewage.
Potter? Those like Harry Potter jelly beans?
Oh
that are
yeah,
supposed
the,
to be like
the Bertie Bots. Yeah,
randomly like terrible or like good. They have like boogers and earwax. And have you tried those?
Yeah.
I
This
tried
is
them.
petty.
yeah,
Yes.
I've had them. Yeah,
Get out of it.
yeah.
They're really
I hate them.
fucking
This is
gross.
gah.
The problem is, I usually would like I get like a pack of them from like a thing, and then it's like cool. The apple one, really strong flavor apple. The lemon one, beautiful. And then it's like there's an entire like tenth of this bag I'm not gonna eat because I know that color is god awful. Like, why would you do that? Just get some good jelly beans, you fuck.
It's like, what if we took something that people like and just made it universally worse?
Slightly worse for no reason other than the gimmick. Yeah.
No, I mean they're selling them, so they must be making money on it.
That's another thing we should tier. We should tier sweets. Because I think there's enough common divide. There are some
Oh,
common
dude.
sweets we
Dude,
have.
we did
We'll be here
desserts.
for like 3 hours.
No.
We'll be here for 3
Desserts
hours.
is different from
Dude, we-
sweets. We got candies and sweets.
Desserts is different, yeah.
And then there's chocolates.
Yeah.
Chocolates is another different realm as well.
Right.
Like there's
Relax.
I could talk about
We've only done this
You
like
are
3
wrong. I
shows.
must prove it.
Okay, but sherbet lemons are S tier. Sorry. They just
By the way, I don't have any. I put together the ice cream flavors for Marie's appearance. Don't have sherbets there
Yeah.
because it's different from ice creams. But I know you love them.
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
we'll
That's
probably
fine.
come
Yeah,
up.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, well, guess what? I love a good sorbet way more. Sorbet is beautiful.
Wow. We have to do every
So
subcategory of everything we tier.
We're doing it.
I have like a tub of lemon sorbet in the fridge right now.
In the fridge.
Your weakness.
Well, in the
disgusts
freezer,
me.
rather.
Why is it still there?
It's going to be melting.
Well, because it's a fridge freezer because it's
Okay.
like your top part is freezer. So, all right,
I
be
just
right
dig a
back.
hole.
Have you ever sabotaged your day by thinking about something like you want to eat or drink, and then just your day is ruined until you get it?
Yes, absolutely. And the worst is like, oh, I think I'll have this for dinner tonight, and only to find it open the fridge and it's gone out of date for 3 days, and we haven't been
that's even
shopping,
worse.
and it just like I know, and you look at like there's a pack of meat, I want a curry, and it's like expanding, and you're like, oh no, we can't eat that, and then you look through everywhere in the house, and you're like, what have we got left? Pasta and a sauce. Great.
How often do you run to the store to satisfy the craving, and how often do you just admit defeat?
And usually the craving is some sort of takeaway. Usually me and my wife will sit there and be like, I can't be asked to cook, and she can't be asked to cook, and be like, how's our budget doing this week? And it's like, we got some money, and like, all right, let's get takeaway. That's fine. Like, I'm already on KFC.com, you know. We're already on Just Eat. Oh, I hear Walker. I walker to the shop. There is actually, I'm very excited because down the road from me, not like 50 meters, is a new Indonesian and Malaysian takeaway opening later this month. So I'm always excited to try a new takeaway. Ooh, a Tesco one.
Yeah, just go do good lemon sorbet. Pretty decent.
yeah,
It's only like 3 or 4 quid, I think.
I abused my club card privileges tonight to get myself this wonderful beer.
Damn right.
Club
I
card.
got let
Kind of
back.
fallen off the beer bandwagon. I should probably
really?
keep a few around just
There
for
was,
communal drinking.
There was a report out today that just said basically, yeah, no alcohol is good. We should all just stop drinking. No alcohol is good for you. And I'm just like, I would like to see some more proof on this journalistic.
I
stuff.
know.
No,
I've
it's
heard like that it was like even a small amount is good for like vacation and just like for
They changed it,
various.
right?
Like,
I remember in the 90s, there was one point they said that apples cause cancer. Like, you go up and down. What do these experts know anyway?
also, you've got to do an accent for 5 minutes.
I know. The best drink is blood wine. Everybody knows that.
Amazing. Okay, see, now this
timing you.
trigger is worth it when it's not me trying to do Shatner whilst playing
Yeah,
Call of
no.
Guard for fucking 5 minutes, which is so
I have to
hard.
close the door because someone's laughing in the other room in my accent. Which sounds a little bit like Carter Pewterschmidt, I admit.
Peter.
Damn it, Peter, you're a slob of a son-in-law.
Oh my god, you actually do sound like fucking.
He is, it's literally his Carter Peter Schmidt.
So I am Bacall, son of whoever.
Son of Peter Schmidt.
Son of Pewterschmidt. House of Quahog.
I think, yeah.
All right, up next,
my God.
we should probably get started on the rest
We
of the
probably should,
tier.
otherwise we'll be here forever. What is this?
True.
Next tiering session, please. We are doing Star Trek minor characters. Challenge your
There's a
war
lot of
now.
them here.
Get
Oh,
your
No, we're
boy.
doing
cards
entire
out.
races.
Oh, these are
minor
races.
Oh, it's
Okay.
the races, not the characters. Okay.
All right, this
Now,
won't get racist at all.
I would submit that we're grading this primarily on how much better is the Star Trek universe for having these races in it, and
okay.
secondarily, how much you just like them.
Okay.
All right.
I can agree with that criteria. What's
Let's
up first?
start with Species 8472 from Star
It's gotta
Trek
be an A.
Voyager.
Easy. Easy A.
Interesting.
So here's the thing.
I think you're the drunk
fucking-
one.
They're a fucking cool design because I love a good like tripoded like fucking species. You don't get to see that very often in sci-fi.
Well, then maybe you should come over to my house.
All right, mini me. I think they might have been. B rather. They might have been the first fully CG alien in. No, they wouldn't have been the first fully CG, but they're the first like big antagonist. Like not counting the
Fully
macro
CG?
viruses or shit like that. Would probably been like the macro virus or whatever. But I don't give a fuck about the macro
yeah,
virus.
maybe.
Like Species 8472 is fucking cool. And C, guess what? They're A tier based on the fucking cube of Borg bodies alone.
Yeah,
that
that's true.
shit
That
is
was freaky.
so cool.
They did
and
kind
they
of
were not
introduce-
overused.
They did kind of
They were using
introduce
3
a
episodes.
species that was freakier than the Borg, was from a realm that wasn't like our own. Like, they came from a different universe, literally, that was made of fluidic space.
Yeah. It's like genuinely a completely alien experience. They get all the
Yeah.
bigging up from Cass. You get all the like. They're not only like a primal threat because they're so violent, but also like they're telepathically they're strong and they're smart. Like they're just like a good threat.
Were they seen again after the Boothby episode? Did we ever see
No.
them again after that? No, they pretty much stopped.
never
So
again.
they're right. They didn't overuse them. There is
The
kind
only
of-
reference you get is I think isn't it fucking Dreamy Axum says that he's like on a ship near the edge of fluidic space.
Ah.
You know, Seven's like fuck buddy from Unimatrix Zero.
All right, so the fact that they're CGI is extremely distracting because when I watch the show, all I can think is, oh, this is dated terribly. But there's that episode where they go up Ensign Kim's nose and knock him out for the rest of the show. So that's
Oh, yeah.
a point in their favor.
They nearly,
gotta be an
got
A,
him-
at
they
least.
nearly killed him off.
It's
Yeah,
so
okay.
cool.
I can see A.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
I would say B. I don't love them like you guys do.
Yeah. They're better than the sum of their
In
parts.
fact, you know what? What about their appearances in STO? Idol. Tell me about that.
What, as the Undine?
Non-canon.
Yeah.
Still.
I'm curious.
They are, I don't know, STO is a wild ride. Like Star Trek Online is just madness through and through that campaign. It's quite insane, so it's hard to justify, but they call them the Undine, and then there's a whole plot line with them, and
Yeah. Oh, because they're also shapeshifters. Like, they are
Yeah.
so overpowered.
yeah.
So ridiculously overpowered.
How about the Akamarians of the, or specifically this one from the clan
I don't-
Trelesta? Go on.
I don't know though if they add enough to the Star Trek universe though.
I think it's
They
because
They were in-
add up
They were in
until
only a
like,
couple episodes.
up until the end of Voyager, they were the only credible threat to the Borg. I bought
Well,
it.
humanity.
Janeway.
Well, yeah, up until the end of Voyager, i.e., when humanity is like big enough that they can fire one torpedo and blow up a Borg cube, because like that's the opening of Scorpion when you see the the opening narration of like we are the Borg, etc., and then just get blown to fucking bits.
We
like,
are the Borg. We are the species. We are the ones who blew up a
Resistance is
Borg.
futile.
Sorry.
Right, I'm writing that tomorrow then.
I'm glad you guys are passionate about it. I don't. They just the CGI it just ages so badly.
it
Always
hasn't-
takes
yeah.
me out of it.
Yeah, it's aged a bit, but so is like the Tellarite makeup from TOS, but they're still cool.
So is Tron. It's a classic though.
Actually, that's
Exactly.
I love that makeup.
You only just ran out the timer there, auto, so you technically shouldn't have stopped talking, but that's fine.
Fake fan.
whatever.
Okay. Clan Trelesta.
Akamarians.
I gave it. I counted 5 minutes.
Ah.
All right. So, fun fact: co-host Shia Porn was at a party in
yes.
New York City with that actress's son, Uta of the clan Trelesta. Her son was at a party that Shireporn attended, and they talked about this.
6 degrees
I
of
don't know.
Shireporn, huh?
I don't even know how it came up, but that is so technically.
Well, because
she
he's
is
a massive
Trek
nerd,
Time alum.
obviously.
He just
C.
walks around going, anyone in Star Trek? Was anyone guest starring in Star Trek? You yes, let's talk.
Yeah, pretty much. C for me. I don't really remember them.
I remember them. They were okay. Kind of.
The only thing I remember
Character of
about
the
the
week.
species is the fact that she gets disintegrated in front of Picard. He doesn't give a fuck because
This-
of the limitations of the scene.
This
Penthar Mol. How do you know Penthar Mol?
This kind
Apparently, I
of
do the same voice for everyone. Sorry.
this species has kind of it is repeated trope throughout TNG and kind of DS9 as well. It's the the cultures that are having a feud with like the younger member of the species trying to plot against them. Like it's the Salia problem. It's also like it happens various times in DS9 as well in the various species they meet.
Salia?
Salia maybe no.
Oh, you said Salia.
Salia. I thought she
That's
has like.
Sorbet.
Oh no, who am I thinking of? Who's the one?
I think
What's
of
the
the
young
last
Anya
one.
episode? Is this the?
By the way, we've got 69 more of these to go through, just so you're
Nice.
right.
You're thinking of the dolphin.
The
You're thinking
dolphin,
of the dolphin.
yeah. It's
See, if
See.
that. They
Boring.
don't add really anything to the universe.
The only reason I remembered who they were was because you said you took the Tranquilista.
So my wife's coworker, ex-wife's coworker, her name was Uta. So every time she brought her up in conversation, I would ask Uta of the clan Trelesta, and she just like rolled her eyes at me. So, C, right? Why
Oh,
is
did you say C?
Why,
Sorry.
why are they D?
Sorry. Yeah, they're not terrible.
Guess what? There are going to be people listening. I'm going to be like, what?
Trust
I
me,
think I
they're-
remember who she is.
There are worse ones than.
Oh, this
than
is
the
going to remember
Aquamarians.
ones here. How about...
Although they are in Star Trek: Birth of the Federation, so
They are indeed. And, mate, they probably will be in the Star Trek Infinite as well, I reckon. They probably will be in there.
As a minor species, probably, yeah.
Andorians.
S. I fucking love the Andorians. So cool.
whoa.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
can tell the story of Star Trek without Andorians.
No, you can't. Enterprise made that impossible.
Yeah, you
Well,
can.
the Federation. The Federation.
No.
They don't really add much.
Yeah, they do. They add, like, they are technically speaking, the first ally that humanity makes under their own power, not by an external influence. Because the Vulcans come
Actually-
down and kind of force themselves upon the humans. They kind of make themselves their caretaker. But they are the first people that humanity goes out, meets, and they become fast-born friends just through actions alone.
Actually,
And
they are
Archer and Strand is the only time that Archer is bearable.
they are kind of like France around the time of the
Yeah, a little
American
bit.
Revolutionary War,
Yeah.
and the Vulcans are the Brits. You know, like they're trying to break free, and with that ally in their corner, they're kind of able to do that because the Vulcans have to take
Yeah.
them seriously at that point.
The problem is...
And they saved Earth from the Zindi probe as well. They really helped out during that.
Well, Shran did.
Well, yeah,
A lot
he's
of
an
this is
Andorian.
dependent on
Counts.
Shran, the one character. The Andorians themselves...
And how much of the Klingons is based on Worf, and how much of the Romulans is going to be based off of one character you
not
like?
Quite, not quite. We'll get to that. But I'm gonna say that like we don't know much about Andorian life. We don't know as much about the homeworld, about how
We know
and
about
this
the
isn't just
Enar.
what they bring to the Federation. This is what they bring to
And
Star Trek.
Heather!
Hemmer, yeah, great. We got the Anar connection as well. But I kind of
A
agree.
tier.
I kind of
S.
agree with A because
Yes.
like we need more. We need more Andorian development to see what they contribute to the Federation as a whole.
Well,
like the way
and
the
hey, on
Vulcans do.
friend of the show, Noah AK.
Very true. Very true.
That's got to elevate it. Come on.
yeah,
He
I know,
he was
I
on our
know.
charity stream.
We
He
can't-
helped. That's got to elevate it.
We have to be objective here. This is a very
I'm being
serious
incredibly
scientific
objective.
stream.
Because Cranky says you can't put them
That's it.
on the same level as 847. That's because 8472 should not be anywhere near
No.
A tier.
You're gonna have it so there's like one species in S tier. It's gonna be like humans.
Dude, we
No,
have
it's-
fucking
I would-
the Klingons and Romulans
Yeah.
and Borg and Ferengi.
would
Like,
say,
how can
look-
you put these random lower level guys?
Looking down the list, I can see a
Bullshit.
few I would put in S tier over, or at least I would put them over Andorians, like Ferengi, for instance. I would put Ferengi over Andorians.
There's gonna be 70 species here. You can stand to have the Andorians in S tier. I'm sorry.
I'm saying A.
So the criteria for rank 75% how much they add to the Star Trek universe, 25% how much you just like them or think they're cool.
I mean, they're the kind of the only redeeming thing about Enterprise to me.
Yeah. But
Well, that's a point.
but that's not
A
that's not
plus.
amazing.
You get me Jeffrey
just can't.
Coombs.
We do get Jeffrey Coombs.
Get me Hammer.
But we get Jeffrey Coombs in everything.
Yeah, but he's at his best, arguably, as Shran. Like, Wayoon is great. I love Brunt, but Shran is so good.
I'll take Brunt.
Hold
over
on,
Shran.
we're gonna tier Combs characters at a later date.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so we have 3A and 3S votes from what I can see.
Ooh, this is sitting the line, isn't it?
Okay, how about I make you a compromise? We move 8472 down to B, but keep Andorians in S. How about that?
I could see.
Okay.
Okay, I could see 8472 in B, Andorians in A.
No, I'm not accepting that. I win nothing from that exchange.
I just can't see.
I'm so enamored with.
We haven't had like a big Klingon Council episode where we sort of delve into Hemmer's backstory and his relationship with the Andorian culture. We did a little bit with Shran, but that involved the Aenar culture, not the Andorians. We've not had the Cardassian.
Aenar is a subspecies.
We've not had anything like the Cardassian
hold on.
expose. We haven't had this big sort of reveal to the Star Trek universe. Like you say, what does it add to the Star Trek universe? They haven't added a lot
First
other
of
than
all,
contribution.
First of all, I love my Revolutionary War comparison. Secondly, Marie says S. So in deference
there you go.
to our guest.
All right. We'll put Andorians.
But we're moving an 847-2 down to B.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take that compromise.
Fine. Antideans.
But you gotta say it right.
Antedians?
What a handsome race.
Antidians. They are a handsome race.
Ants.
Fleetwood mackerel. I get to make that joke.
I think C, just because they're funny.
No, they're trash. What are they? They turn up a transport pad and they make us laugh. It's D.
They're comic relief.
Well, they're also terrorists, which is
Oh, yeah,
hilarious.
that's true.
Yeah.
That really puts them up the rankings.
Dude, terrorist fish. Come on.
All right,
They have political dimension.
Political dimension. So you should eat sorbet more often. That's one of the
Makes me
best
funnier,
things you've
doesn't it?
said. They're fucking fish with bombs strapped to their like shower curtain nightgown dresses, and Stars calls it political dimension. I love it.
You can put that on the box art, just like like a load of like Star Trek Antidians, like political dimension, Stars and Garters.
Meanwhile, there's Mick Fleetwood going, "Oh, I'm going to be on Star Trek, guys. You'll see me. I'll be some really cool character. Like, here, put this fish costume on." He's like, "What?"
What a handsome race.
It's gotta be C. Come on.
D. They're literally nothing. They're a
They
plot point.
elicit a reaction. There are races who all of us will go, huh? And those are going to be in D.
All right, okay.
I look at them and I recognize what they were, unlike you two of the Transalesta. Either we move her down or we fucking put them.
We have a channel trigger specifically for the Antidians. So
Wait, it was done.
It's true.
that's right. All right.
That's true. Okay, who's this guy again?
Antikins.
Oh, the other
Oh, the
one.
Soleil.
No,
Yeah.
Soleil or the hooded cobra. These are the Antikins.
Oh,
D.
right. Fucking.
Which I believe was played by Ducat's actor.
Yeah, Mark Alamo. Yeah.
Oh, was it
That's
really?
the
I believe
only
that's Mark
memorable
Alamo.
thing about them.
But you
Yeah.
can't really tell.
D.
Yeah.
D.
Bad. It's a
Yeah,
bad
at least
makeup.
Very boring.
At least the Soleil have like the hissing thing.
He looks like
these
the
guys are
frickin'-
just.
Yeah.
He looks like the
This
freaking
dog
dragon
faces.
dog from the Never-Ending Story.
Oh, what a Falcor,
Yeah,
yeah.
he kind of looks like Falcor.
Yeah, it's an easy
By the way,
D.
so I picked the image for the Bajorans, hoping to subliminally influence you because it's Michelle Forbes.
You didn't need to. You could have picked any Bajoran, I would have been like, yes.
They're too overpowered to not be an S.
S tier.
S
S
tier.
tier.
Good, we're all the same.
So-
I was literally reeling myself up for a fight then. So I was gonna say,
DS9
like, D,
just
like,
gives them so much dimension.
yeah, absolutely.
But they almost have too much. Okay, so when you're doing like drama
too
plays,
Yeah.
what are the topics that you cover? It's religion, it's politics, and it's war, and usually
Yeah.
some like amalgam of them. They get like 40 episodes on each of those topics. They are so overpowered compared to anyone but maybe the Klingons are the only ones who might get on the
And
level.
yeah, if you talk to someone that doesn't know much about Star Trek, they'll go, "Who? I've never heard of the Bajorans." You're like, no. Like this is key. This is.
Well, that's kind of like that's kind of their strength is that even though they're so integral to the fabric, like they're not a immediately obviously important racial. Like, why are these races? They don't even have like obviously alien features apart from the nose ridges.
No,
but it's
but
like
they
it's
have a whole
because
culture.
they put so much
I think-
work into them.
I think a lot of it comes from it. You know, we're viewing them as a rebuilding society after a trauma. There is scope there.
Yeah.
Like there's plenty post World War II stories, or plenty of countries that have been taken over and recovering in you know Earth's history, in our human history, that you can take analogues from, and so many relatable stories. Like you can have like farmers being kicked off their land because the new government has decided that they're going to ally themselves this way. You can have ex-terrorists coming out of the fold to either ally themselves or threaten past actions, like past prologue and things like that. You've got people now serving both sides as perceived as collaborators or perceived as heroes. Like it's such a wide gamut for storytelling. It's great.
And the nice thing is none of that typically feels shoehorned in. It feels like, okay, that's part of the Bajorans. That's just what they've experienced and how they react.
That makes total sense. Yeah. Of course they would react like that. Yeah.
So we talked the other day about the Borg and where you would go with that, and I said, well, just have them take over Earth, like, and then scatter humans and go from there. I think if they did that, you would want to have humans patterned on the Bajorans and have them react the same way, guerrilla fighting, and take a look at their spiritual and political intrigue, like from that angle, and that would make a good TV show, I think. So,
Absolutely.
Cranky raises a good point. Are Andorians on the same level as Bajorans?
I made my Devil's Gambit.
No,
I made my
I
exchange.
don't think they are. I can't see that.
No,
They've not got the same
they get a
depth.
fraction of the development.
Come on, Stars, you've got to see it. Like it's
My counter argument
they're-
is that there is not a single Bajoran played by Jeffrey Combs.
that cannot be the counter. That cannot just be
There's
like,
not,
here.
there's not a single Andorian played by Michelle Forbes.
That's true.
Oh, checkmate.
And it appears with an impasse.
No, let it slide for now.
You can
Let it slide
stand
for
to
now.
let them stay in S tier. You can
Oh,
stand
okay.
it.
We'll
so
cover it later.
Here's my question about Star Trek Insurrection. What the fuck was the name of the species? I can never
Baku.
remember. Oh, the Baku. That's right.
As Picard would say, it's time to go back and put a face on what's happening here.
Yeah.
You should know that.
These humans are being
D tier.
persecuted by these other
D tier.
humans.
These are the
D-tier.
space Swedish, as
Amish.
Marina
Space
Sirtis
Amish, yeah.
once
Yeah,
said.
the space
No,
Amish,
Swedish, they said.
I would say they're more like the
Oh,
Pilgrim
no,
Dutch.
yeah, no, because
It was
you
in the
said Swedish in
insurrection
the commentary. Yeah.
The Pilgrim Dutch are kindly struggling against.
They're all like blonde, European, handsome
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, the fact that I can't name a single black one among them, it's like, guys, do you practicing eugenics? Like, what?
you
I
know,
think I might have seen one.
Wow.
I think I saw like one on the planet, but
Like, well, no, because it raises an uncomfortable question. Like, among other races, they make an effort to like diversify their casting, but like, they are only like Baku, and you have to ask, what did they do to the other Baku? Well, all the Sonar, all the other like Baku that got like, were they different skin colors? Is there a race war in the history of the Baku?
I mean, there is. There is.
All right.
It is
I'm
absolutely.
not going to
a race
open
war
that
there, but
Pandora's
yeah,
box.
Let's not open that.
Political dimension.
As the three white guys on the podcast, let's talk about that right now. Anyway, carry on.
You know, for as great as TNG did with all these, like
Cat Juster, thank you very much for subscribing. Oh shit, you should see a trigger.
So-
there we go. There it is.
you can see below, for all the great races that TNG introduced with all the like the prosthetics and makeup and stuff,
Yeah.
they have a movie budget and they give us the Baku that are just humans, like with nothing else different. That is
Yeah.
so lame.
Yeah. It's really boring. Like, their abilities are somewhat cool, but I feel like it's underdeveloped.
They're just.
Oh,
They're
the
just
time
guys, you
stop
know.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
The time
that.
stop thing and the like that. Yeah,
I always
but
like
it's
to
so
think that was-
piecemeal.
Yeah.
Like,
I like to think it was just Anij. She had like the mutant ability to slow down.
hey,
time.
she was a time lord. Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
moving on.
Benzites.
Benzites.
I gotta.
D.
No.
Look, I love that little breathy thing because like that's a concept that you wouldn't think.
Yeah.
Instead of walking around with like a giant headpiece, all he's got to do is add a
will
little bit
give-
of whatever.
I
to
will,
the
I
atmosphere.
will give
I like
everything.
it.
I will give them C purely for the
C.
the two characters that came in, and then Wesley mistaking them for the one that was in the academy. Like, no, that's
Oh,
my
what, when he
one."
was racist?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he was ever so slightly racist because he can't tell the difference between one breed.
I am
and the other.
Rondon.
Yes.
That was a good-
Yeah, Vendor.
That's such an underrated episode.
Yeah. No, I'd say C.
Yeah, no,
It was a
Comedy Rage is
good
great.
character. It was well played. It was focus point of the episode, and it added an interesting species that.
I'll allow a C.
Well, I would like to see more benzites in the future.
Hold on, I accidentally pinned a message. All right.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll allow a
C.
C. Yeah, I'll allow it.
You pick the worst
like,
Betazoid. Sorry, go on.
When I think about benzites, and that was another homage to Birth of the Federation. Benzites and Booleans, right? They're both blue guys that talk a lot and are cocky.
Man.
Yeah.
Except benzites have the little breathing thing, so they're better.
But buildings are also neurotic, which I kind of appreciate.
What's Nan's race? I forget.
She is.
Because they've also got breathing things.
God. They're from the Barzan. Sorry,
Barzan.
Barzan, yeah.
They're cool.
Really
By the way, I don't have Barzan or Caledonians on here. Sorry.
Jesus.
Racist.
All right. But
I'm
Betazoid.
shocked you picked Tam Elbrun
yeah,
for this.
why do you pick Tam Elrond? You could have picked Lon Suda. Like, that'd be better.
He's the most mentally
Troy.
developed Betazoid we've ever seen.
He's awful.
Loxana.
Yeah.
Who?
Loxana.
Loxana Troy.
No, Tam is. Tam is like a prodigy among his people.
Yeah, but he's also a dick.
So, that doesn't mean he's not.
Hey,
Dude, Tam is not a dick. I sympathize with Tam. I can't wait till
That's
we're gonna
episode.
we're gonna trek his episode.
See,
Nah,
gonna
I'm
make you like
overboarding.
Tam
I'm
Elbrun.
channeling Riker here. He's a bit abrasive, but I do like him.
what's what who are the majorities we're seeing? Tam Elbrun, obviously Troys, both the Troys.
Betazoids.
Betazoids, sorry. Both the Troys. Lon Suda, that one
they don't do
pilot
anything,
from Voyager
though.
we really hoped was going to carry on to the main series, but
Or
unfortunately
study.
died.
Yeah. There was also Admiral Nora Satie's aide in the Drumhead.
Right.
Who's Betazoid.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oh yeah, him.
And there's also Juliet Girotte from Elite Force.
Here's the problem with Betazoids. The reason we haven't seen more of them is because it's such a cheat. Like, the reason they had to nerf Troy and just say, oh, she's half human, she can only read feelings, was so they didn't have to get away. It was like, just read their fucking mind, Troy, just let me know what they're doing. Come on. I was like, no, break personal boundaries.
Well, yeah, because
By the
that's the
way-
thing with Vulcans, is it was smart to limit yourself to touch telepathy there.
Even though they
Why
break that
can't-
so many times.
Why can't Deanna tell if Berlin-Hoff Rasmussen is lying? He's like a 200 years underdeveloped human, and she can't tell that he's.
She's over.
She wanted to see how far it'd go. She wanted to see how far it'd go. I'm gonna let this run.
He's hiding something. Of course he's hiding something. He's a man on the Starship Enterprise. Like, everyone's hiding something. It must be so hard.
Like, you didn't see the bits of the episode where she was just like with popcorn, just like, I'm just like, oh, no.
Look, the Betazoids are bland.
You let me get raped last week. I ain't giving you shit. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
Thanks, Idol. Wow. Oh boy.
Yeah, spicy.
Hey.
That's what I get for trying to have a mature conversation on the topic earlier in the stream. We apologize to everyone listening. All right,
We
the
do.
Betazoids
Obviously.
are super bland as a race, indistinguishable from humans,
Supposedly
and
black
you can
eyes.
tell the entire. All right, let's keep the racist stuff.
No,
limited,
but they're
please.
supposed to have
You can
dark
tell the
black eyes,
entire.
aren't they? Come on.
You can tell the entire story of Star Trek without them. I don't like them personally. I know Chat
like
gave
'em.
us a couple A's. I don't think they add anything really to Star Trek.
I don't know, I think Loxana alone kind of carries the
Loxana's
concept, even if we didn't have Deanna.
She is great. She is great.
But the black eyes, they never really sort of fell through into that.
And
It
the
was only
thing
kind
is,
of-
it's like if you think about, like, they do delve in, they don't develop them enough. No, not E really. They even had E. I think it's just a case of like we haven't delved into them deeply enough. I think like B or a C. I think it'd be interesting. I think I'd be okay with
B.
that.
Yeah.
B. I'd be okay with
Because
B.
look at C. C is like a disgusting motley crew. Like they're not that bad. Am I wrong?
B for Beta.
Are you calling Uta the Clan Celesta ugly? How dare you?
No, I just mean like the collection of races is like
Well,
who's
yeah.
who of who's
All right,
that.
let's put a B. I can see him alongside the.
Yeah, I'll go with
species
B. B
A417.
for Betazoid, absolutely. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still reeling at my terribly
Sorry,
tasteless joke now, and I profusely
Yeah.
apologise for that.
Yes. Wow.
That was pretty bad. Bolians.
Bolians. Shell's cool. I like Shell.
We don't get enough of them. We need more
Mott.
Bolians.
Shell and Mott, yeah.
Hold on. Does Mod?
Oh, and that one ensign from Strange New Worlds. She's cute.
Yeah.
The one who
Does
said
Mott's
it's Red Bingo.
Does Mott's expertise in Barbary have anything to do with his race? Is that like an inherent attribute of the Bolians?
I
do you
wouldn't think so.
No, well,
Because they don't have hair.
the only,
Maybe there's like, you know what? I'd love if that was built into their race, like they were like culturally fascinated by hair because they don't have any.
it's like the Doctor Virtuoso episode. Like all of a sudden,
Yeah,
police
yeah.
turn up as first contact. Like, oh my god, what is that on your head? I must cut it.
No, I give it a C. Chell, I like Chell a lot. Chell's cool. He's in Elite Forces, your demolitions
They don't do a
expert,
lot.
or whatever. He is.
There's
about as much
Picard
as-
season 3, I think, has isn't Esmar?
Oh, yeah.
Bolian?
No, she's not Bolian.
Esmar is not.
She's something else.
I think there is a Bolian there.
But yeah, that's right.
sorry.
But there's
Just
also,
sorry.
the cute ensign. Yeah, there's the cute
I'm gonna
ensign
say-
from Stranger Worlds.
I'm gonna say D because of categorically
They're
less
not
cool than
terrible. They're
Benzites.
not terrible.
No,
That's the
C.
thing. The C's
C.
good.
Chell's cool. I like Chell a lot.
All
I
right,
think
but
it's-
Benzites
What
is
is
still
he?
better.
What's on his menu in Endgame? Is it like a warp core, like curry or
Oh
whatever?
yeah, Warp Core Surprise,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. It's just, that alone has got to be worth a C.
Yeah. All right. The Borg.
We have engaged the Borg.
Borg.
A.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
They're hugely integral to Star Trek, and
Mm-hmm.
like we said the other day, they're a great archetype. But their writing post TNG took like
They
a
have been overused.
huge dive.
I mean, Picard just overused them
They've been
too
hurt.
much. Like, it was in all 3 series of Picard was Borg,
Yeah.
Borg. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're cool. They still have potential. If you bring them back.
I never want to see the Borg again. Like, I am done with Borg now.
No. I mean, bring them back to like the early stages
Yeah.
of writing where they're like a giant uniform menace instead of, oh, it's just the Queen and we're gonna
Like, I agree.
sling
They've added-
sarcastic
yeah.
zingers at each other.
They have added so much to the Star Trek lore. There's been
Vile is what you are. Damned, cursed.
disgusting Borg. I would agree with
Yeah,
A
it's A.
purely because of
Yeah.
they've added it, but they have been
They've been
overused.
diminished. They have been diminished.
They have added to Star Trek a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
agree.
they are literally like, when you think of cybernetics, it's like what do you think of? You think generally of the Borg.
I think if you
cyborg?
polled 100 normies to name Star Trek races, they'd probably say Klingons and then Borg second. I think.
Well, Vulcans first, probably.
Maybe.
Mr. Spock alone is an actual cultural icon.
Well, that's true, but I mean, Borg had movies about them, and they're in the newer shows and whatnot. So
Vulcans are always there. As
a
well.
newer show.
We'll get there.
Breen.
Bareen. We don't know.
I
anything
like
about
them a lot, but they're so underdeveloped. I think we got to give them a C. C at best. I like them though. They're cool.
They're just the freaking Princess Leia costume from
yeah.
the bounty hunter from Return of the Jedi. Like, I keep saying
But
that.
they
those
managed to
exact-
attack Earth, which almost no other species has managed.
That's true. I don't think they
So
added a lot.
I hate the Jem'Hadar, who we'll talk about later.
Really?
But I feel like the Jem'Hadar and the Breen fill the exact same role. It's to prevent the aristocratic changelings from getting their hands dirty, and I don't think you need both of them in the same
I think
show.
the shock value of the Breen was this was an Alpha Quadrant species that suddenly flipped and attacked Earth without warning. You were just like, we didn't know anything about them. We knew they were menacing in the same way that the Gorn or one of the other sort of, or the Tholians, like these minor antagonistic race, but all of a sudden the Dominion flipped them and managed to attack them. Like, I think apart from the Cardassians, it was the only other Alpha Quadrant race that managed to attack or joined in the conflict. Which was
Yeah, well, the
part of-
Romulans had like a non-aggression pact, but
yeah,
then they flipped
they
on to
eventually
our
sided.
side.
Yeah.
But we didn't know enough about the Breen before that happened for it
They're
to have
cold,
if
they look
weight.
cold.
No, I mean,
Like, if
make
they'd have
that
given us a
appearance.
dozen episodes first, then we could have been like, oh, they changed sides, and that would have actually mattered.
Yeah, I agree.
They
with
make that appearance like with was it Indiscretion with Ducat and Kira going after Zial because they have to use the
Yeah.
outfits and stuff
But
like
they
that.
were
Like
just kind of
you get a little bit of
background
lead up to them, but they are just kind of mysterious. But
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like they have a unique enough design. That one like Breen dies to save everyone else in the concentration camp. Like I feel like
C.
I don't know, I
I see
see.
C.
I give
But yeah,
C.
they're not B. They're
Yeah,
not B. Look
they're
at
not
B.
they're C.
Oh, definitely not.
B
Definitely
is
not
somebody.
Definitely not
I'm looking through
Yeah.
this list. I'm seeing a lot of C.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, well, that's the way it
There's
is.
a lot. Guess what? There's a lot. There's a lot of species. It's just a case if you can't always be a winner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say C.
Speaking of F minus, the Brunali.
Yeah,
Who?
nah.
Oh,
Egypt-
Not only are they
No.
not only are they massive dicks for killing their children, But apparently, the guy who played Icheb
Manu,
is like
whatever his name
also
is.
a terrible
Benedict.
person in real life.
Yeah, he was
but
So much
Benedict.
so that they wouldn't bring him back for Picard. Like they just rewrote him for
Like,
the
they
different
wouldn't
guys.
even kill
so.
him off. They brought back someone else to kill off the character.
Yeah. Well, it
D.
was pretty dickish what he did.
D.
It is nice to see a recurring race that has suffered to the Borg. I mean, besides the Elorian, I guess.
Yeah.
But
There's just not enough different about
It
them
is
from
Mark
humans.
Shepard,
Like
though. Mark
we don't
Shepard-
even know if the we don't even know if the stuff that happened with Icheb's parents
Yeah,
is unique to Vernali or if it was just that one planet. We don't even know that.
I will say though that actually adds something. It helps sell the Borg as a threat. Like that
Yeah, a
is
little bit.
the length they're willing to go to try to preserve
They're an
themselves.
accessory. They're an accessory to another species.
I'm just saying they should be
No,
at the
you
top
are
of D.
right. Yeah, you are right. They are
Like they
part-
add more to Star Trek than the Antikins and the Baku. But
You're
they're
not
still
wrong.
terrible.
You're not
Yeah,
wrong.
I
Yeah,
can
okay,
see-
I'll allow that.
You've talked me up to a
Top
C on
of
that.
D. No, D. Come on, still D.
Can't have
It's-
we can't have a top or a bottom. There is no delineation.
Yeah, you
It's C or
can.
D.
Yeah, you just
You totally
drag it
can.
over.
Oh, I put them over
Yeah,
here.
you just-
We're actually ordering these within the categories.
Why not?
now. All right.
Well,
No, this is the only one
fine,
we're
yes.
ordering.
Right, hang on. Let me just rearrange this. I'm happy with it. Hang on.
There you go. See.
I want Uta at the top of C because she's
She's at the top.
Trek
of
time
C.
adjacent.
I'll put the Antikins down the bottom of C. Why are the Antikins in C?
Binars.
all right. Hold on, we got like 50 more to go.
Okay.
I like the Binars a lot. I really like that episode.
wish we'd seen
That episode's
more.
good. Yeah, B. I'd give him a B.
I kind of hate the
give him a B.
episode
Why?
because it's just Riker in the holodeck for 40 minutes. Like
Then we also get like the first real instance of Riker and Picard working together as a team, and also just like the core concept of the Binars, that, like their
only-
entire, well, the first instance rather.
only instance.
I was going to say the only instance of like a species that is because they have like a massive like supercomputer on their home
Heads.
planet that's in danger over, and it's like this cool like lore that way. Like it's cybernetics, kind of like the Borg, but portrayed completely benevolently. You don't get to see that in sci-fi very often.
But they don't add anything.
Your-
So
your
as cool as they
delineation's
are, that's
adding.
only like a small part of the grade.
This is another C. This is a classic C. We're starting to approach the
think
word
they
where
are
we're
a
getting a
C.
classic C character here. Like there were fully
One
fleshed out in
episode
episodes,
wonders.
and then we want to know more.
Marie's
Like, it's-
saying A. She wants to know a lot more about them. I would love if the Binars came back. I would love
They-
that.
If they're in C, they're sharing headspace with Bolians and Breen, who have like a dozen episodes each. So.
True. Okay. Yeah. I'll allow it. Yeah. Fair by that logic.
Bottom of C. No, better
Yeah.
than Antikins.
Middle is C.
Middle of C, above the Breen, I'd say.
Middle is C.
Yeah,
And
that I'm happy with
Tedians.
that. Antedians, sorry.
Fake
Antikins
fan.
was someone else, sorry. That's all, isn't it?
Keep
Cations.
drinking. I love you, Idol.
Yeah, keep drinking.
I hope you appreciate that I picked a live action Cation.
Oh,
for
hell
this.
yeah.
Yeah. They only appeared
That's actually
once.
like the best Cation. Like they should just do
Well,
that in the
that's
future.
from Voyage Home, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Just get a lot of furries to make you a fursuit. It's not that hard. They're pretty high quality.
Can we not? Let's not do that.
By the way, Marie, next time you're on, we're going to talk more about the Binar. Because
Damn right.
that may be the only time anyone's talked about the Binar since 1988.
I would like to give the Cations. I like them a lot, but B. Okay, I'll happily take a B.
D.
No. C.
I'm the
come
biggest
on, they're
cat
cool.
person in the world, but they're
C.
fucking cat people. That's it.
Look, Maress is really cool. She's voiced by Major Barrett. And I like them. They're cool.
We need more. We need more. Like we've literally got a couple of.
What do they add to the
models.
Star Trek universe? What concept or unique thing about them do they add to the
Furries.
Star Trek universe?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
furry.
She literally purrs on the bridge, but that's fine. We saw it. There was occasion in Prodigy as well. There was the little cat girl from.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's cute. Yeah.
Dude, Buddha is brutal. He's like, we have 70 to tier D.
But, I've still got lemon sorbet left. We're good. Gonna go to the business.
Dude,
Give him
he's got
C,
like a
come
big
on.
he's got a big ink stamp on his desk. He's like D. Move on to the
Cations are cool. I'm sorry, they are. I like
Again,
them.
it's another
I
race
love
that I'd
cats,
like to know
but-
more of. I'd love to know more about them.
See?
Get a
Marissa
mainline
cool.
character.
Marissa-
Look, Do they add as much to the Star Trek universe as Betazoids or
You know what?
Species 8472?
I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for C.
I'm C. Okay, let's go C.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was
Just
like you. I thought you
below
had
the
said
podcast.
B, and I was like, wait, you're going for B? I was going to say
Actually,
C hard lock.
Just
Yeah,
below the Breen, I would
Look,
say.
it's
yeah, fine.
we have a lot of minor characters, so it's
Yeah.
okay that they're clogging C. C for
C for cat.
Cardassian.
S.
Oh, they gotta be S. Yeah,
Fucking
S
tier
tier.
for Cardassians. Hell.
Ducat
yes.
alone and fucking like
Damar.
Damar is so
Yeah.
cool, and fucking Garrick.
Maretza.
By the way,
Garrick.
how many races is DS9 going to elevate into S on their own?
Almost all of them.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
DS9 is sitting there. They're not traveling anywhere, going from species to species. They have time.
All
to
we
take
have
these
to do
races.
is talk about our cultures.
Exactly. Fucking S tier.
Dude,
Like,
by the way,
Kenny Gamor is so fucking cool.
I picked Casey Biggs for this. 'cause
Madrid.
Damn
Go
right.
Madrid.
He makes look.
Masset
like,
as well.
Duke-
It's cool.
Ducat is a good character, like a compelling character and well played and stuff. But Casey elevates Cardassians too. He
Yeah.
adds the likability factor.
does,
Like,
yeah.
You know what he
poor
is?
Lial
He's the
like,
Martok. He's the
Yeah.
Martok. He's like, because it's like, you know how with Martok, it's like that's the person who is normal, who makes the entire empire work, and Damar is like that. It's like you look at someone like Damar, and it's like you're not, notably exceptional, but you are a normal person, and you make the entire culture work as an actual culture rather than just 5 individuals. It's cool.
He feels like Ducat's wife to me in a way. No, I
Considering
really
we
mean
never
that.
see his wife, you're not wrong, actually. Yeah.
Like he's
Slowly
like
judging
he's-
him on every action.
Yeah.
No, really, like Ducat's like a shitty husband to Damar, and he's unappreciated,
Yeah.
and he's cast aside. But he gets his at the end.
And he probably
So-
would have stuck with the Dominion if Ducat had stuck around, but he didn't.
No, definitely S tier. Like the Cardassian culture is so well documented and enriched. It's like and
It's so much more interesting than the Romulans because, like, the Romulans
Yeah,
feel like
they
discount
actually are.
Cardassians,
I'll
even though
agree
they
with
came first. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's so underdeveloped by comparison.
Well, yeah, I will say it's the synergistic relationship with the Bajorans. They both elevate each other.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Can't have one without the other.
Chalnoth? And
The
there's a-
Chalnoth.
Right.
D.
right. No.
Fuck
right.
off, D.
So,
We're not talking
They're
about
the
this.
birth of the Federation.
wait.
No.
You guys have not watched the latest Lower Decks.
No, I haven't.
There may
No, I
be a-
haven't.
There may be a Chalnoth in there.
Yeah. and-
Well, then S tier, obviously.
I could no, but it might.
D.
I no. C. Just
No,
I can't.
D.
I can't.
Why didn't they just pick a Klingon for this episode? Why did they
Well,
add?
that's true.
You know what
So
I
I
mean?
guess they thought that would have made it too obvious how he was going to act. To be like, oh, the Klingon has to act honorably or whatever. So they were
Hold
like, we
on.
want something you don't know
Booter.
about.
Booter, it's not that he can't eat anything. He just can't eat poisoned Jello discs, which, to be fair, does not sound appetizing. So
The
C.
one individual does not a C make. I'm sorry.
No, and
It's-
watch Lower Decks.
look, it's got to be D, but they're still better than the Baku for sure.
Yeah, they're better than
Top
Baku.
of
I'll
D,
give you
for
that.
fuck's sake. Like, yeah.
Fine, okay. We'll
Catch up,
concede
you
to your
fucking
weird
Star Trek
fetishism.
heathens.
Yeah,
No.
what's
they're not better than the
Brunali.
Brunali.
Scientist eats a bonsai tree. Anyway,
The Brunali
Whatever.
actually adds something to Star Trek.
Yeah. Changelings. I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to say A. I don't feel
know
like
if
they're
that's
interesting enough to make
controversial.
S.
I don't think I disagree with that.
Because, like, they're an interesting, like, culture, but they're a little bit too, like, the moment you know their deal, that's kind of all they are.
Yeah.
The only one who is remotely different is Odo. The
one-
only one who's remotely
Yeah,
different. And
I mean-
even then, Hugh is very closely to type.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, the thing I did like about the Changeling is their xenophobia against solids, and
Yeah.
like their kind of whole deal. Like, we don't trust them. We're going
course
to make
you
some
like that.
solids of our own, and then we're going to shoot them against you. But we are going to.
I'm going to go make a solid right now. See, that's the kind of terrible joke that doesn't offend anyone, and we can say on this show.
Sorry if I offended all 9 of our
Yeah,
viewers.
A. I think they make an
works, A
amazing
works.
antagonist, and the Dominion is an incredible construction that is really, really cool and fascinating, but I
I'll
don't
put
feel like
them
there's
on the
enough
board.
of an interest.
So here's the thing. They are the most unique baddies in all of Star Trek. because they have other people do their shit for them.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're like this aloof aristocrat. Like they just project this "I'm better than you" thing, and a lot of that
this air,
is Jen's acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
But
Oh, we do
yeah,
have
like
Vanek
they're
as well.
unique.
Yeah. But even Vanek was a good
Like the
character.
Klingons. The Klingons will fight you one-on-one. The Romulans fight you one-on-one. The Cardassians fight all the like minor characters that are aggressive or whatever. These guys have like a proxy do it for them, and they're manipulative, which I really like.
Or
It
they'll
makes
make
them
you
unique.
kill each other. That's the other cool thing about them. Like that one scene on Earth where like the O'Brien changing thoughts to Cisco, you're like, oh fuck, this is a real problem.
Or they'll
actually,
pretend
isn't
to
it?
be your lover and just torture you for about 40 minutes to start getting you to confess your feelings to them. And
This
Is that how you interpret the Odo Garrick scenes from
no, I was
the Dyer's
thinking of Heart of
Past?
Stone, where Kira gets her leg.
Oh,
chopped
okay,
in, yeah.
right, okay.
I mean, fine, you read, you do you.
I have an AO3 account, I remind you.
Yeah. I did get looking for
Denobulans,
that.
am I right?
Denobulans.
B. I like
Dude,
Denobulans.
Flox's wife hitting on Trip. That
Oh,
was
that's so
quality
good.
television.
Actually kind of was.
There's a reason we've done what the dub clips for it. There's a reason I have 5
He was a
what the dub
complete
clips from that
gentleman.
episode. Yes.
He was a complete, fully featured gentleman.
He was a
come on,
whole
Fox is
gentleman.
great.
I could see top
And I
of
like-
B.
Yeah,
of me.
because like
Yeah,
you know what? I'm also going to give him points. One of the rare instances in mainstream media where polyamory is not portrayed as something that is like inherently evil. That's kind of
Yeah.
a little bit groundbreaking in its way, almost.
Yeah.
Like
The only time-
it's kind of in the realm of this is so weird and eccentric, but it's also a case of no, it's just
The
normalized.
Expanse does some stuff with that as well, but yeah.
Yeah.
From that
Well,
era of
just-
This
television.
was 2005.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Earlier than that,
Just for the fact that it
2003.
adds a dimension to a race other than their noses wrinkled is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I generally don't even care like what's different about aliens as long as there's something different about them. So
Yeah.
but they did a lot like physically with Phlox too, and
Yeah.
this
And guess
guy-
what? John Billingsley is great. Yeah.
John Billings is amazing.
yeah, it would be nice to see.
Oh,
them.
Kashyyyk, the Devore.
The Devore.
Devore.
See, I feel like
This was a great. I
See.
love this episode, but
This was a banger of an episode.
So
This is
good.
like my
yeah, it's a
top
banger of an
3 voice.
episode, but the only thing that's
Right.
interesting about them is the fact that they're fascists.
No, we have Prax, and that
Yes.
guy's really charming. That's a B for me. Prax,
Okay.
containers
you know
of
what?
vegetables.
Okay, how about
I don't care.
how about if I hard lock Andorians in S tier and they can go into B?
No.
mm,
Wait, what? They're already in S.
yeah, we don't,
You mean you don't
Yeah,
want to be
hard
talked
lock
out of
them.
it?
yeah, you don't.
I
Want
don't
to
wanna
talk
be talked
about
out
it
of
later.
Dude,
No.
dude, they don't stand up to the others, by the way. So Andorians
Mm.
are going to drop at some point. No,
C,
I can't do it.
I see C. One
C.
episode, good
C.
fun character. They were developed enough as a species to
Memorable.
add something. I'd put them. I'd put
So
them
they
top,
are-
top of C. Top of C, I'd say.
I think
I agree with
telepath
that.
hunters, because of the what's the term? It's not xenophobia, but just their paranoia. I guess that's
Yeah.
a fun little quirk of them. Top
Well,
of
yeah,
C,
because
yeah.
it's kind of a natural response to a world like Star Trek or, say, like X-Men, where it's like, yeah, of course you'd be worried about that. Why? I wouldn't want to be able to know what I'm fucking thinking. They'll get to the grocery before I do and buy all the stuff I want. And other things.
Yeah, top of C. Top C works.
What the fuck is that? Oh, the Dosai.
Dosai, that's it.
D.
Dosey-do.
Fuck them.
The only point in the Dosai was for us to go, the Dominion? Who's that?
Yeah. There's nothing
It's a
about that.
D, yeah.
Dude, we've gotten a lot of mileage out of our Inglatu memes, though. You gotta admit.
No.
But
No.
that's mostly because of timelines.
Yeah, just D. Fuck him.
Inglatu.
Fuck this. No.
I'm gonna put
No
in,
Dosai.
I got character.
Down with
I got-
Dosai.
I put it above the Baku.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Is that the Eno? Fucking
Is it the
D.
long-
Fucking
They are
bomb
not
D.
D, dude.
They are.
Dude,
so
they are the
D.
most
Fuck off.
memorable.
Awful.
They are so
Awful.
memorable.
You fall in their
Yeah, they'll
flowers,
make
they
love at the drop of a
fucking
hat.
kill you.
Any hat. Fuck off.
I welcome this huge one.
Oh,
Dude, they're
D.
C. Dude,
No.
About this
dude,
long,
Antedian
this
said
thick,
like Thank you. Dude, the Antedian said like one line. There's
It's a
and they're in
planet of
C.
nymphomaniacs. I'm not allowing this.
Dude, they're better than the Antedians for
No.
sure. They're better than the
Don't
Cations. Come
Klingons have
on,
sex?
dude. They're in C. They're in
D.
C.
They're in D.
C. We're not
You're
talking
all
about the
right.
quality of the episode. We're talking about like memorability.
You're right. I
and
see where you come from. I think from the caliber of C's, they fit in C.
they're better than the Antedians.
Everyone in the
dude.
chat is saying D, but whatever. It's not a democracy.
Yeah, well,
I
they
suppose.
should come on the show then.
Wow.
The only person coming on the show is
All
me.
right.
Anyway,
And most of the Edo.
second inappropriate joke of the night.
Dude.
How about we talk about...
He's so blue today. Holy shit.
This is the butter zone. This is our, like, this is when we don't have to give a shit.
All right, what's next? Who is
We're gonna
that?
have a little chat after this.
This is the Elorians.
Is that the Elorians?
Yes.
Oh god, really? You picked that fucker?
Yeah.
Not guidance.
It's a good episode, actually.
I'm not.
I love
I'm not a.
hardcore
I'm not a
guesses.
basic male image. I wasn't gonna pick Guinan.
You are a
Come
basic
on.
male image. Okay, real talk. I love the Elorians. I love them.
Yeah.
I am a sucker for long-lived wise races in sci-fi, especially if they have like unique powers that are not just telepathy. They are not, whatever that was, which I think is
Yeah.
cool.
We don't talk
It's
about
like
that.
the ability to like, because they say it's just listening, but it's not. They seem to be able to like intuit what you're about and your general, maybe it's like a degree of like surface telepathy or whatever. But like they're just so cool, and the fact that they aren't overplayed, I think they got to be at least A.
Yeah,
And they
I
do
mean-
add to the threat of the ball.
Whoopee karate. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do get a bit of lore with it. We get like the whole history with the Borg, and you get a little bit. There was instrumental part in
movie.
Generations. Yeah, in Generations, where it was the Elorian. Was it an Elorian refugee ship? Wasn't it? So we've got we've got Guinan, we've got this guy whose name I've forgotten.
Soren.
Soren as well.
Soren's
yeah.
cool.
Oh,
Just
Prince
Malcolm
Humperdinck.
McDowell is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see B.
A, come on.
Are you gonna go A?
Mom,
I would
Mom,
say
I want
A.
the Elorians. We have Elorians at home. Elorians at home, Lanthanites.
Yeah,
You're
that's
not
good.
necessarily wrong.
Yeah, fuck me. Yeah, Lantern Knights.
I don't-
A.
I don't
love
think
them.
they've-
I love them.
I don't think they've added enough to the Star Trek universe.
Yeah, I'd say
Although
B.
you could argue because Whoopi played it that it did like bring enough
It's been elevated.
eyeballs.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
I would say B personally.
Top of B. Like better than
I would give
Denobulans.
A, but
You could talk. Hold on, this is gonna be a bargaining chip later
yeah.
because maybe we move the Andorians down.
Oh yeah.
No,
Talk to me now. Talk
No,
to me. Yeah. Okay. I
no,
would
but
put
they couldn't be in the
Elorians
same
A
tier
alongside
as
Andorians.
Elorians.
Yeah.
No.
Fine.
Really?
Ooh.
Fine, we'll go with B then.
I think Andorians are far more important to Star Trek than.
What are you talking about?
You could put Andorians in A alongside the
No.
Elorians.
No,
And-
I'm
and
not,
Elorians
I would
are-
rather have the Andorians in S than I would rather have the Elorians in A. I'm not making that
Well, we'll see.
compromise. I love the Andorians. They're cool.
They're not going to survive the rest of this Tyrion. I don't
Guess
think
what,
so.
Idol? If you move the Andorians out of S, next time we do an STA campaign, I will create an Andorian character and I will make your life a living hell.
Have you seen what's happened to me in this latest SDA campaign? I have literally.
Hey,
gone
you're
through
the
hell.
one doing that.
Yeah, I know. It's true.
You're
know
the
what we
one doing
need?
that. It's your fault.
I'm just
You know what we
like,
need to do
20s.
is, yeah, anyone who's on the show ought to get like one automatic supersede vote, like per Tyrion session. I think that's how we should do it. But next time, not this time.
I will metagame the fuck. Guess what? I'm the only one who remembers how to play the fucking game booter, so I get to metagame all I want. I'm like, if you see on the core rulebook on page 275.
Ferengi.
Okay, Ferengi S.
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 Oh, fucking unanimous. Like,
Quark
so
alone.
good. Yeah.
The Ferengi do more for Deep Space Nine than any race does for any show. Period. I believe.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could
I
also
can't
say
even
the majority
imagine
of the
how-
Cardassians for DS9, but that's
No,
that's
I think
something.
Ferengi do more because how unwatchably dark would that show be without the Ferengi?
That's true.
Not
Yeah,
only
that's
that, but
true.
they rehabbed TNG Ferengi like TNG rehabbed original series Klingons.
Yeah,
I think-
it's true, actually. Yeah.
Like this is another race that DS9 elevates to S tier because it's they
And
their
it
race is
allows for
so-
so much, like, nuanced... Like, so much nuanced analysis of humanity and capitalism they didn't get in TNG. Like, it's so well done. And Rom is great, and Nog is amazing.
Yeah, they're all good. I mean, you can have the seriousness of like Nog's episode
In a pale moonlight. No,
and then
sorry,
switch to like
in a paper moon. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
and
only
then
Paper
switch
Moon,
to like that. What is it called? The Magnificent Ferengi or
And that
whatever.
as well.
It's like
But
you can
Yeah,
have-
Magnificent Fring is
We
so
go to the
good.
homeworld.
They
we
can
go
do
to the
both.
homeworld, and we see the Grand Nagus. We meet the leaders. We see the culture. We get the FCA.
We
get
technically
the
see their afterlife,
liquidators.
even the exchequer of the afterlife.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
We get
love
Brunt.
that
Brunt
title.
adds loads to it as well by getting that little bit of
Yeah.
home political message through to this humble bartender is great.
And
you know.
Ishka's cool as well. Good old Mookie.
You get a revolution, don't you? You get the unionizing.
They
as
even
well.
have action figures with the little Marauder Moes. I love those. They're great.
Yeah.
That's where
Frank-
Spaceballs got it from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need to wax lyrical. Frigga, you're awesome.
I don't think. Well, we should be able to wax lyrical if we're all in accord. I don't like grading them on how much they got, because like that's kind of out of their hands.
Yeah. But
Like
they do
otherwise,
also
we would
just
just
add
have all the
something to
major
Star Trek.
races at the top.
Because it's like, you know, like in the post-capitalist society, it's really interesting to look at what capitalism looks like in that kind of like everyone still needs something,
The
but still
downside
exists.
is they are a bit too like, and this isn't a Ferengi complaint, but more a Star Trek complaint. Is like it does focus exclusively on one subsection of humanity. Like this is our greed,
Well,
the
yeah.
Klingons. This
Planet
is
of
our
the Hats,
arrogance. Like
yeah.
this is our like, but
Yeah,
but
Planet
that's
of
a
the
Star
Hats.
Trek complaint, not a Ferengi complaint.
Yes, that even the Voyager episode is like hilarious. So,
Yeah, it's good fun. Yeah. Neelix makes a good Ferengi.
dude, that's a top Neelix episode.
Yeah, it is actually. Gorn. This is an interesting one.
Yeah.
And this does include Strange New
Does
Worlds.
include Strange New Worlds.
so-
Spoiler alert for season 2. It's ignore the next 10 minutes if you've not seen it.
Based exclusively on what we have seen, I think probably C is the highest you can go, actually.
Dude, they're worse than the Baku for me. Like I just fucking hate them.
No, because now
No.
you've got to talk about, like, you've got to go by your own criteria here, what they've added to the Star Trek universe, and we are getting a
Yeah,
lot
nothing.
of lore.
You could pick any bad guy. You could pick any bad guy and put them
You
in their
could.
spot in Strange
You
New
could
Worlds.
pick any bad guy to be the frickin' like the Brunali.
They haven't gotten any development though.
They have,
Like Stars, you got to
kind
admit,
of
you got to back me up on this.
have.
What
That's
development
why I
have
said
they
C
gotten?
at best, yeah.
Yeah, C's
Guess
fine.
what? This would be a different conversation if Strange New World Season 3 was like in our hands and we knew whether or not we were going to get an intimate look at the Gorn culture. But we haven't.
No.
We don't know anything about them.
But we
Still.
have got the fact that we've seen their ships. We know how they hunt. We know the implication on the worldwide, on the galaxy-wide stage. Like they're preparing for invasion. Like Admiral April fears them and wonders where this is going. We know how they take over colonies that are outside of Federation jurisdiction.
And there is that Gorn wedding joke in Lower Deck, which is hilarious.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, weirdly enough.
So, I think people are anticipating that we're going to keep getting more on the Gorn. There's a good chance that we never do because they want to make it consistent with TOS Gorn, where like they don't know that much about them.
But
I feel like
will
it's already
say-
too
I will
late
still
for that,
say
but we'll see.
C works fine.
I mean,
see-
we've had 2 seasons and we've had a lot of Gorn, but barely any development. So I think
We
they
know they're
could
an
keep
Aliens
riding it
ripoff.
that way.
That's something.
Yeah, that's a minus point.
I know, but if we talk about, like, say, talk about your criteria, have they added to the universe at large? They have certainly more than the Chalnoth, Brunali,
Barely.
the freaking.
I'd say the Brunali added them. All right, behind the Antedians though,
See.
because
Yeah.
All right, fine.
fucking hate the Gorn.
No, I'm good above the Antedians. I'm good above the Cation. Put them with the
I
brain. Put 'em
want
with the brain.
Babs to play a Gorn in Season 3 and suddenly turn, like...
They're S tier. You kidding me? I love the Gorn. I've always loved the Gorn.
What are you talking about? It's no record. I've always loved the Gorn. Look, all this time.
Here's my 30-page essay on why the Gorn are pivotal to.
There you go.
Okay.
Those are what Jetrel's race. I forget what
Jetrel's race.
Is
$5
it the
if you can
Cascade, the
remember the
Metreon
race.
Cascade. What they called?
That's right.
That's not.
The Hakonian.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
All right. So first of all, they're not D because of James Sloyan.
James
So
Sloyan.
they're at least a C.
James Sloyan.
They can only be C though. I didn't remember what their fucking name was.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's a
It was a good, good foil for Neelix.
Yeah.
dude. It was a great
It shows that
episode.
Ethan Phillips can actually do drag drama when you give him the fucking chance to.
That's another. I keep saying
James Sloyan.
Neelix top 3 episodes, but turns out he's got more good episodes than you think.
Mortal
This is
Coil is incredible. It's incredibly dark, but it's really good.
especially for like wasn't this early season 1?
James Sloyan.
Yeah, it's a season 1, like right at the end of it.
Fucking James Sloyan.
See.
I'm just going to keep saying James Lloyd.
Trail. Okay, so it's episode 15.
he's
So
top.
think
Yeah,
of some of the
right there.
early Voyager that we've watched, and how like
time and again
mediocre
and
it
shit like
is.
that, yeah.
Dude, time and again, and this and Jetrel came in the same season. So
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, yeah. The Herodian. I love the Herodian. B.
I like the Herodian.
B.
I see a good B.
well, hold on. What did we do? What
C.
did we grade?
We went for the
C.
top of C for the
Yeah.
Harkonians.
Oh, Tapas. Better than Prax.
Prax.
Yeah.
We can sort do this. Herodian's got to be B. I love them. I think they're really cool. And you get some
They're nice
Tony
and
Todd.
developed. Tony Todd.
Tony Todd's the only good thing about him. They're so boring.
I love the ethos of a proper. They're the Predator. Like the way the Gorn are aliens, these guys are the Predator, but with a bit more.
You're not selling them on.
I love the Predator.
Well, I also really appreciated like their role as like. Let's talk about what they have never actually on screen really addressed how the Klingons became like a spacefaring empire, considering what their personality type is like. Right? We get like 2 Klingon scientists and a lawyer, and like 1 or 2 engineers. Like meanwhile, with Herodian, within like 1 or 2 episodes, you get an explanation of we're literally just using an old ancient race's tech. It's like, okay, so you're like kind of like scavengers, but you're also hunters. It's interesting like that.
I like
Right,
as well.
I'm waiting for.
And we're talking about like how it influences the Star Trek universe. The Voyager used the Herodian relay to contact back to Earth, and that became a plot point in several episodes. It was kind of sort of a big factor in the long running series. So the network, how they acted, how they hunted, how they were dealt with.
Marie, what letter are the Herodian? I need her to weigh in on this.
Yes, Marie, we need you. Save me here, Marie. I think they're easily B. I also really like the Elite Force because like that boss fight that you had with them in the
Killing
Elite Force
Game
was
is
good
such a
fun,
good
yeah.
episode.
Oh, Killing
Really?
Game is so good. I love Killing Game. I love
I
it.
don't
great.
love it.
I love it.
Is it because there's not much?
I also
story?
kind of enjoy Flesh and Blood. Like I kind of enjoy that.
Oh, Marie says
I
B.
think whenever we disagree on an episode, we should add it to the top of the Trek queue.
Yeah, that's
You're
a
not
good
wrong.
point actually.
I
Yeah.
would love to talk about Killing Game.
Write it
Yeah,
down.
I'd love to
Someone
talk about
write it
Killing
down.
Game.
Someone write that down. Write that down.
Write that down.
Illyria.
Oh, Illyrians.
So apparently they were in an Enterprise
They
episode,
were.
which I found
Yeah.
out on Memory Alpha, but had zero recollection of.
It's the
Yeah.
one
Will
where
you
Archie
stop
steals
chewing
their
that?
shit and lumps them in. Yeah, basically strands them for the greater good.
Great.
I-
Good.
I don't get them.
You didn't get them?
It is odd because it seems like it's this fully developed.
Well, consider the
society
positive
of-
side of genetic augments. Like,
No,
finally,
okay.
like Star Trek is bothering to give them dimension.
I'll take this the other way around. I'm probably going to tentatively say B because of right, they add to the universe, they add to almost, and I've raised this point in our Strange New Worlds review of like it makes the Federation seem a little bit bigoted how they react to them, and they also highlight a point of how the Federation reacts to things like the eugenics wars, which are a big part of the big part of the race. I
The
would
cultural
say,
trauma, yeah.
yeah, I would say Strange New Worlds has definitely added a lot of,
Yes, Frankie, this is Una's race.
Una's race, yeah. So Ad Astra, Aspera, and anything dealing with that has kind of added a lot of cultural tone in one sort of singular episode. So I'm kind of advocate B, and I feel like
don't
we're not
like
seeing the end of the
races
Illyrians.
that are indistinguishable from humans.
That is
on
a
the
downside.
outside.
I mean,
I
she's
think that's lazy.
She's bright glowing red right there, but
Okay, so she does that once. One person does that once out of all the episodes. Fine. I'm just saying, I think that's just lazy design from whoever.
yeah,
Does
but then
the
it allows you
alien
to make
design.
a point about passing versus not passing, which is really important actually. When you're talking
I
about
think
like the
you're reading
cultural
into
migrant-
it. Because they
No,
do it to a
that's
lot
the
of
point.
races.
No, it literally Una says those who could pass and those who could not. It is part of the metaphor.
No, yeah, but they're talking about on the homeworld too, where everyone also looks perfectly human, no matter whether or not they're genetically modified. So
Except
it
that's
has,
not true. They
it's
don't
not an
always
outward
do that.
appearance thing.
I think pretty much in the episode, Una says there are those who could pass as human and those who could not due to the differing nature of the genetic modifications. They don't all get the same ones.
Yeah, the modification, but they're not talking about outward appearance. All I'm talking about is outward appearance. We have yet to see a single Illyrian
We have
who
Enterprise.
looks
Yeah, but
anything.
she says that they do. Like that
Enterprise.
thing is part of the culture. Like, just
Yeah,
because
I
you
haven't seen it. I
doesn't mean
don't
they exist.
remember the episode.
Yeah, no,
Anyways,
they're
I
not.
still think it's lazy design that they look indistinguishable from humans. Which, it's not like a picky thing. It's every race that does it. It's like, come on, put in
back to your
something.
point of contributing much to the Federation, or contributing to Star Trek. They contribute a huge amount of lore to both the character, to Federation philosophy, and actually how they react to certain membership details of how people are admitted to the Federation. So I would say this is a huge deal for adding to the world building. So that's my advocation for B.
Same.
I wouldn't even say, probably B. I just, I'm having an interesting discussion. Chess says C, B or C,
Stars?
S because Una, and C.
S because Una. Guess what? Based. Yeah, I think B.
B.
C is like such a firmly established tier right now.
Yeah.
Like you know exactly who belongs there.
Yeah,
So.
we get
In fact, I'm curious.
Also,
There is not a single race in C who has a main character in their roster. Everyone, yeah. Everyone in B and upwards
is a main character in Taz.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's the least featured show of all of them.
It's just like the minor major character.
It kind of is, yeah.
Who the fuck's this guy? Oh, was this the race? Is this the three guys that turned up in TNG and were like,
yes,
how does humanity
Curly,
work?
Larry, and Mo.
Is this the guy
What?
that goes like, we'd
Who?
like to learn about your reproductive cycle while he's talking to a
Yeah,
child?
the tall guy picks on Worf. He wants to learn about aggression.
right.
The other one wants to learn about like sweets and pleasure.
D.
And then the other one turns into a woman and tries to fuck Picard for
D.
no reason.
Wait, what
I
episode
hate
did you
this
The
episode.
ER
It's
is-
awful.
You guys talk about
D.
this. I'm going to the toilet.
D.
The ERNs. I think they're C because even though it's only a quarter of the grading, they are so hilarious to me that I actually prefer watching them on my screen over anyone in D. People in D like suck. Who is that? Would you want to watch the Antikins or the Baku do literally anything? No. But you want to watch these guys eat a lot of sweets and provoke Worf. That's funny television.
I guess.
Yes,
Low
thank you.
C. Low C, I guess. Christ.
Yeah, they also get a lot, dude. I don't think the Antedians they're like the watermark right now, but they have like 2 lines. At least these guys have like a whole comedy routine. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess so, yeah.
I'd probably have
I
to move
barely
the
remember the
Antedians
episodes.
down to D, but they're so funny.
Yeah.
You know what? They're both in C because they're hilarious to watch, but they don't do or add anything.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fine. I'll allow it. Low C, but fine, yeah.
So do you not even remember the episode at all? Hold on.
I remember the episode, but I don't remember what it was called. Liaisons? Is that what it's called? It's season 7, but it's one of the suckier season 7 episodes. from what I
Yes,
remember.
liaisons.
Yeah. And it's the one where, like, Riker teases Worf about wearing a dress. That's all I really remember from it.
Where are we at?
Low C. Low
With the
C.
Antedians.
Above the Antedians.
You know,
okay.
he should have just tried to seduce Picard as a male, though. I don't know why he had to switch to a female.
Jem'Hadar.
B. I like him.
I think
They
you've got to
suck.
put them in the same era as the Changelings. I feel not because of the synergy, but because you did
No.
see. Well, I did see a lot of their culture expanded. Like the one episode, like the episodes, like I thought was it Rocks and Shoals, or where they get stranded on the planet and the Ketracel White is limited, and you start to see
Yeah.
that dynamic between like the Alpha,
With
the
Kevin and
subservience,
stuff like, yeah.
and they look like okay, Vorta, you are my commander, but when it comes to the shit. Nah, you're nothing. Like, there was, even though they are a completely genetically designed race, they do have a personality behind them. And you get the episode where Odo tries to raise the child Jem'Hadar as well.
The Child Jem'Hadar, yeah.
I feel there is a lot of work done with Jem'Hadar, despite the fact they are quite a simplistic
There's also a lot
race.
of individuals in there, despite the fact that they are a
The
clone
guy
race,
that
like you
broke
say.
off from the Ketracel White poisoning as well, he managed to get away
Yeah.
from it. That was... Yeah.
And they bothered to go to the effort of like making the alphas the one who are like bred in the alpha quadrant, and they have like a whole cultural difference over that.
Yeah.
The whole like the older the Jem'Hadar you are, the more respect you have. But you're also if you survive too long, you're kind of like, why are you such a pussy? Why haven't you died yet?
They weren't mindless. They were mindless soldiers without being mindless. Like, they had personalities, they had objectives.
They're
they
obedient, yeah.
They had tactical initiative. Like, if the Changeling said, go and conquer that bridge, they would go, right, here's how we're going to do it, but here's the... Like, they wouldn't just go, okay, we're going to charge in. Rah, 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 rah. They had stuff. Plus, they could cloak, and that was cool. I think A. I would strongly.
I
advocate
forgot.
A.
I keep on forgetting they can cloak. They don't do it often enough.
That's true.
I give
Now
it
that
B.
we're done talking about the Klingons, what's unique about the Jem'Hadar that adds to the universe?
This is
They
a diff-
fucking
They
dude,
are
they're a
not-
No,
rip
they're
off
not
of the
the same.
Klingons.
They're not
They
the
just
same
added
remotely.
drugs
They are
and
not the same Klingons
dude,
at
all
all.
they
They have no
they are
honor.
exactly
And
the same.
cloning.
Zero honor.
Yeah, all they did was
They
completely
do have
change how they
honor.
procreate.
They have a different
Dude,
kind
half
of honor.
those
but
episodes you mentioned was about them adhering to their code of honor.
their code of honor, but they would still kill children. They
Yeah.
would still kill for the sake of war. They would do their orders. They didn't have that delineation
Dude,
between.
Klingons kill children.
But think of the difference between the Jem'Hadar
When-
and the
when
Klingons.
Gowron
Is the Klingons
gives-
had a culture. The Klingons had a culture and a history of that culture developed behind them. The Jem'Hadar didn't. They were bred for one mission, but they had a personality.
you
but
just
still
said they have
followed
a
all-
culture. You just
Not
talked
the
about how
same
much
kind
they
of way,
added
no,
to their
not
culture.
not like they didn't have a entertainment culture. They didn't have music. They didn't have art. They just had orders, but they had a kind of in culture between their little pacts of like the Alpha and their
hold
group
on.
of people.
Hold on, one thing at a time. First of all, when Duras loses his bid for the council, Gowron hands Worf the knife and says, "Kill this like 15-year-old thing." And Worf says, "That's your way, but it's not my way." And Curran was ready to kill him, so they do kill children.
Okay,
Just
okay.
let's
Well,
be clear on that.
In the theatre of war, okay, maybe the Klingons are fairly mercenary, or merciless, but I feel there's a difference between merciless based on culture and a culture of assimilation into your own being of people that have to follow their code and how their ancestors done it, to a completely new genetically engineered race that do it because their masters told them, but have a culture within their own squads that isn't based on any kind of history, art, or sort of any kind of influence from past association, which they don't have. And I feel like the Jem'Hadar are more interesting because of that, because of the strife they have. And they have the little rituals with the Ketracel white boxes that they open. You're right, there are similarities with the Klingons, but I would say they are vastly different, because when you put Worf against a Jem'Hadar, like in the episode where they go to the asteroid and rescue Martok,
so good.
you can see the differences between the way the Jem'Hadar fight and between the way the Klingons fight, with Worf and Martok never giving up, and then the arrogance of the Jem'Hadar going, we can defeat these simple alpha.
No, actually, if you want to
quadrant
buy like discount Klingons, the Nausicaans are way more discount.
Oh
Klingons.
yeah. And the Kazon as well. And we got
Well,
worse
no,
ones,
yeah, but that's why the Chelnoth are in D. No.
No, I think they've got to be at least a B. I'm happy with B on Jem'Hadar.
I would say A, but I if everyone goes B, I'll go B.
Dude, they're not the Borg. Come on.
Well,
Borg are an
more time
A.
with the Borg. We've had more with the Jem'Hadar than we have had with the Borg.
I don't know if that's actually
think that's true.
I think it
Voyager
must
has
be
a
true.
ton of
We have
Borg
had
in
a
it.
lot- ever since
Voyager
season
has so much Borg.
4, yeah, no, but we've had the Jem'Hadar since the end of season 2 of Deep Space Nine. I guarantee you.
And
can
we've
have
had
a
the Borgs at season 2 of TNG.
Yeah, but you didn't have any
Yeah.
Borg in DS9. You didn't have any Borg in, well, you had one Borg in Enterprise. We have had none.
and you
You
don't
had
have
no
any
Jem'Hadar
Jem'Hadar in
in
any of the
anything.
other series.
Yeah, all right,
Come on.
shut up. Okay, all right. But we have had literally most of seasons 5 through 7, at least like 2 out of every.
Yeah, you get a lot of
episodes.
development, but I don't feel like they're on the level of the Borg or the Changelings. Don't feel like they are.
Victory is life. Victory is life. That's where I'm subscribed
These
right now.
By the way, these are like the most
Alright,
obvious. This is the easiest, most obvious Tyrion session we've done yet. So it's fun to see you
Yeah.
guys get heated. It's like we all know where these are going, anyways.
Yeah.
They're better
Yeah,
than
they're
her own.
All right, what's next?
With the Jem'Hadar movie. That's right, Cranky.
Yeah, give that to me. All right, I'll put top of B. Fine.
I'll allow it,
Top of B.
absolutely.
Fine.
No way.
Guys, we've got like
I'd
60
say
more
that.
races to clear. Come on. We've got
let's do
60
it.
more to go.
No, we're almost done.
A lot of these are easy.
What's next?
Oh wait, we're not even half done. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to get
What the
half
fuck is
passionate
that?
about half of these. Oh, I will do in a
The
minute. though.
Janai.
Who?
The Janai. Stars and I watched that episode. It's the one where the non-binary race and the woman pilot wants to
Oh.
become a woman, falls in love with Riker,
Oh God.
and then
Yeah.
they like lobotomize her because she wants to be.
Gee, I
gender.
hate them. Fuck them.
Yeah, but it's
No. Throw
their planet
it's,
in the Borg.
for-
It's a
very
good
for
episode.
It's a very good progressive episode for gender issues and things like that. I'd say C.
Yeah, see. Dude, we watched that episode and I thought we enjoyed it.
Sorry, pouring beer right now.
Hate them. Don't like them.
You hate them. Why do you hate them so?
I hate them. Because they're assholes.
Well, they are, but so is yeah.
Yeah, they're not even entertaining assholes in the way that I like. Like, I
Entertaining
love
assholes.
a good, like, changing
They are
one
boring.
mustache, but
Where does
yeah, that's the thing.
entertaining
Is like they
assholes sit in this
literally
list? Let's
wear
have a look.
grey. Their planet is
There,
grey. Their
there.
gender is grey. Their personalities are grey.
I mean, but that's what passes for storytelling in 1990.
I guess.
Like they didn't need to go that monochrome, but that was to accentuate the point that they're supposed to be.
I guess, but yeah, I didn't even recognize them when I looked at them.
Right.
That's the problem.
Right. Fuck
All
the
right,
Kazon.
here's someone you will
Fuck
recognize.
the
S tier Kazon.
Kazon. What the fuck is this
C.
shitty race that adds absolutely
C.
fuck all to the universe?
C.
D.
See,
Fuck these guys. They add nothing. They add nothing. They are
I
as
give them a
forgettable as they
C.
came out.
solely because of their relationship with the Trabe, and also one of them was played by Aaron Eisenberg.
Who
R.I.P.
the fuck are the Trabe?
Yeah, fuck the
The
Trabe.
people who enslaved them.
I thought the Trabe
And
were
from whom they
another
stole their
sect of the
ships.
Kazon. Like, they have the whole sect
No.
things. They ruined Seska and we lost Seska because of the fucking Kazon. We could have had 7 seasons of Seska, which would have been awesome. And
Oh, that would have been hot.
Wouldn't that have been good? Fuck the Kazon.
So much
D.
mushroom soup.
D.
See,
They had
They're like,
nothing.
what if we took the pack lead and stripped everything that was charming about them?
What if we took
and then
the
gave them like
and
3
realised that-
seasons
yeah.
on Voyager?
What if they realised they lived
Fucking
on this
terrible.
desert planet and never seen so much water, but that they can fly fucking
They-
starships?
They have the worst ratio of screen time to importance in all of Star Trek.
Yeah.
That cannot be argued.
They
They have like
cannot be-
3
right.
full seasons, and they add 0 to Star Trek.
They have fucking motherships with starship fighters that can get into and take over and steal a Federation starship, yet they're on a backward fucking planet going, what is water? We live in a cave. Like, it's so
Yeah, but Basics is pretty
fucking
good.
stupid. They are the
Basics is
dumbest
pretty good.
fucking shitty hair-pieced race ever.
Is Basics
D.
the one where they cut their hair to start a fire?
no, it's oh yeah, I think it might be
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, that's the one with Lon Suda. Yeah, that's the one with Lon Suda doing the incorrect
Ah,
accent.
that's why
Right, my
Beta's
foliage, what
are in
should we
B.
do? Give me your locks.
C.
D. Fuck this
C.
race. They
Dude,
add
D.
nothing.
D.
Nothing.
So
Alright,
bad,
fine.
dude.
They are
I think
so
it's slight
shit.
above
I'm
the
putting
case,
them
I'm just
below
saying
the
what I
Baku.
think.
I put them below the Baku personally.
Yeah, same.
They're
I've
like
done that.
offensive storytelling. It's so
Christ.
bad.
We have seen them in Prodigy and Lower Decks, and God, I wish we
Wait, hold
had.
on. All right, so we've been yelling at him, and he's looking kind of sheepish. Talk to me a little bit more about the Kazon.
Go on, Star.
So the
And we're
only
not
reason
going to interrupt.
the only reason I give the Kazon any credit is because yes, they are shitty discount Klingons, and I think that they are so divorced from their original concept of like being based on LA gangs. I feel like none of that actually comes through. Like I feel like if they'd leaned more into that angle, it would have been interesting. Like you could have used them to kind of examine like gang violence if you really wanted to push that metaphor and like go into your inspiration. They didn't really do that. And I appreciated Aaron Eisenberg's performance. He was like the only interesting like Kazon. I did like that one guy who poisoned the other Kazon so he wouldn't talk to Janeway, and he was playing the role kind of like he was hitting on her. Like there was a little bit of a Michael Amo vibe
Cullen.
going off of him. Yeah, Cullen,
Cullen.
exactly. Yeah. And while you may hate them and that they add nothing to the franchise, they are instantly recognizable as the shitty discount Klingons they are, to the point that when we get to that season 7 episode Shattered, where you have all the different periods of time, Chakotay walks through that door in engineering, he sees Seska and he sees the Kazon there. He's like, oh, I know exactly where you're fucking from. More recognizable than the Janai.
Voyager
Dude, that
was
is-
traveling
that
at
is-
warp fucking 7 or whatever for 3 seasons. This tribe of fucking useless Klingons was sitting on a planet going, I don't know what a rock is, and they can still follow them, catch up with them, and take over the fucking ship.
Dude,
they are
they have more
inconsistent.
territory than the Borg. It's unbelievable.
They literally did. It wasn't until he saw the
Yeah,
planet
that's
they
only
went,
because
oh,
they're
wait,
unworthy
here-
of simulation. That's great.
It wasn't
Guess
until he
what?
saw the-
That alone, that joke is worth it. That joke makes them C tier.
It wasn't.
right,
It wasn't worth until you saw 8472 and the Borg tier. They went, oh shit, here's a compelling fucking storyline. Fuck these traders. We've finally overtaken them.
All right, hold on. I'll bump them up above the Dosai in D. I'll give them that much.
All right.
Yeah, fine.
Dude, they do offend me. Like they insult my intelligence.
Literally.
as-
Okay,
Fair
fine,
enough.
fine.
As a
They have
Star
contributed
Trek.
something to Star Trek, but they are so fucking backward and written.
All right. All right.
They're a slap in the face.
All right.
Right, on
Jesus.
the opposite. Klingons. S.
S.
Yes.
Fight me on this, I
Yes.
dare you.
Fuck you. Like, literally, you cannot speak of a race other than Vulcans,
The-
Cardassians, and Bajorans that
yeah.
have added more
This is-
culture to the race of Star Trek than Klingons.
This is gonna make Stars angry, but they're too one-dimensional, and I know they've done some to try to expand it through Worf, but they're still too one-dimensional for me. I'm not saying they're not S. I just don't love them like everyone else loves them.
I don't know. I think Enterprise
like
did a lot to fix the problem that you have with the one-dimensionality with like Antark and everything, where like the
Correct.
problem
Yeah,
you
but that's
have with
one
them
episode.
being. Yeah,
I know. I
we're talking
think about that. I think about the TNG episode with the scientists. Like they do that
Correct,
stuff,
yeah.
but it's so infrequent. They've had like
Yeah.
400 episodes or something with a Klingon in it, and only like 5 have been like something significantly outside of
Laughing
the.
at Cranky's comment. Discount knockoff K's on. No, S-it. They have
S
added
it.
so
I'm
much
sorry.
culture, politics, Alpha Quadrant intrigue, like DS9. We've got
You could make
so much
a
from them.
tier list maker like this out of just Klingon supporting characters, and you'd have a hard time not
That's a
filling it with
good
S
one.
tiers.
Yeah. Well, no, I think we should do that at some point. That would be great.
Core, Kang, Koloth,
We have to
Worf,
take
Gowron,
Worf out
Martok.
because we just can't talk stars out of put them at S tier.
Duras is also great. I love that
Yeah.
scummy scumbag. Terrell is a little piece of shit, fucking
Yeah.
walking around like
No.
he thinks he owns anything.
Klingons.
Duras,
S tier.
I fucking
Right. I love
Chang,
no other Chang. Oh my god.
Gorkon, Zeppa.
Yeah, Gorkon and Chang are actually examples of Klingons that aren't one-dimensional as well, and Zeppa as well. But like I have gone to bat
Kahlest.
for like some of my favorite things. Doing stuff for Star Trek are our Klingon Star Trek Adventures campaign, are playing Klingon Academy and Klingon Honor Guard, and this great dumb race.
can't
That's
separate
just,
it.
so you say it's one-dimensional, but it's fun. It's very fun to play these
No,
characters.
I'm
to watch
saying
these
they're
characters.
more one-dimensional than anyone who's got an equivalent
I would
amount
say
of
you're
screen
not,
time.
you're not wrong. There
I'm not
needs to be
saying they're
some-
not S
yeah,
either.
yeah.
They're
I
probably
s-
like number 3 for me.
You're not wrong to an extent. I think there is more that needs to be done with like Klingons, and I want to see more Klingons, and just especially
I
now we've
think
got Strange New
TNG
Worlds ones, and we've heard them sing K-pop as well. So what more do you want?
I think TNG was really their shining moment. I know DS9 did
Yeah.
a ton with them,
I see,
but I think
you're
just
right,
for them rehabbing from blackface TOS Klingons, and B because they did show a lot of range and a lot of really sweet political stories.
I
So
mean, from
Hey, Otto.
Sins of the Father was the
Under the Cloak of War is a Klingon episode, by the way.
It's true.
ooh,
There you go. The Butcher of Jagal.
can't argue that.
There you go.
Because of different prosthetics, I'd
We
forgotten
do
that.
get a
but-
different. We do get a Klingon who was a defector and a bit of a coward. Yeah. So yeah, we get all sides.
I don't think you've ever shut me the fuck up as effectively.
It's so easy. It's like a giant bullseye if I can hit it.
Stars. What else is in under the cloak of war that we can use in future arguments?
Oh, I'm gonna keep it in
Chapel
mind.
argument in there as well, isn't it? Anyway,
I know, right?
They're great. I'm not saying they're not great. I do love a lot of their
get,
stuff.
I get you trying. You putting a counter argument in there, but you are half right.
Yeah,
Like,
totally,
it is-
yeah, I
there
understand
there
that,
is
yeah.
a one-dimensionality that confuses anyone about them. But God, they're just so fun and
Yeah.
they're so good.
Yeah. I think Year of Hell. Fuck.
Krenim.
Krenim, that's the
big part
Imperium,
of
yes.
Star Trek Online as well. The Krenim, fuck me.
I would say C. Because their entire gimmick is temporal weapons. They are defined exclusively by the way they wage war, and even that got undone.
They didn't.
So-
They didn't really tell anything about them. They told a lot about Red Foreman, kind of,
Yeah.
and that's it. So
It's the story of Anorax, basically, yeah.
yeah,
And it's a good story, but
Definitely.
as
I
a
think,
culture, they don't find...
I'd say it's a high C. Underneath, I'd say about maybe there. Just
Yeah,
above,
I'd say that's about right.
just second best from T.
No, underneath, under Prax.
Under Prax. Okay.
Prax!
Okay.
I would take Bullions and Benzite over them.
I just don't know. We didn't get a good, compelling Bolian story. Did
I
we?
mean, I'd take Ito over them too. But
Yeah, well...
Yeah. Did we get a good, compelling story with the Edo? Really?
compelled me to do something.
Yeah, Who's got a point. They could be A tier if they ever showed up again and we got to see more of them. Frank Jansen, perfect mate. I forget the species name.
Creosian?
Eosian,
Yeah.
Creosians.
which I didn't pick the other race that's in that episode because who cares?
Yeah.
Famke Janssen.
So I actually do really appreciate this species because there's an element of tragedy to them. Like they don't get to choose who they are; they're defined exclusively by who's around them.
Arranged marriage and child marriage is like they do kind of touch on that, which is it doesn't get done all that often in Star Trek.
Yeah,
Especially
I'd say
from a young age kind of thing.
It's a very memorable episode. It's a very like
it's a good C.
It's a I'd say it's a strong C. Yeah,
It's a very strong C.
Katarians, if I recall.
I like the other I forget the name, which doesn't speak well, but the old guy that's in that episode, the Creozian ambassador.
He tries to stop them from getting involved. Yeah,
that little conversation with Picard where he's like, "I'm 500 years old, and I would be lying if I said even at my age that she doesn't tempt me." So, like, it's a little bit creepy, but it's also like understandable, I guess.
Well, it makes more sense when you've seen even Picard fall victim to it. Katarians, right?
Oh, by the way, that is, it's might be my favorite Jean-Luc, or my favorite Patrick Stewart scene ever, is after he goes and talks to her for a while, and then he goes and has, like, lunch with Beverly. Him talking to Beverly in that scene is like, oh, it's so good. It gets me every time. Like, we need to...
That's the thing I love about, like, Patrick Stewart and Gates McFadden, is that chemistry is not just exclusively romantic. They work as intellectual equals so well. Yeah, they feel like legitimate friends who can have arguments and not blow out about it. That's why I would argue most of the stuff I enjoyed in Picard Season 3 the most was partly because of just getting that chemistry back. Like, Patrick Stewart is never better in Picard Season 3 when he's acting opposite Gates McFadden. Katarians, D. There's nothing about them.
We don't know that much about them.
I like Naomi, but
is the game a good episode?
Were they Katarians?
It's
Oh, were they?
Yeah,
the ones that introduced the game. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. In fact, you didn't even know.
They have a different design, which is like weird, but
why?
Is that a good
Joel?
episode?
No, not Atana
I
Joel.
think it's a good episode. I think it's okay.
Yeah, Atana Joel.
Six
She's
Yeah.
Katarian.
Yeah.
She's Katarian.
I think it's like 6 or 7 out of 10. Like the game, it's a good Wesley episode.
Yeah.
It is a good Wesley episode.
And you get
Although it is funny, like
Yeah, but
he
not because
comes
of
back.
Katarians.
He comes back on the show for one episode. They're like, "How can we have Wesley save the whole ship now that he's back for one episode?"
Well, that's a detail automatically.
because everyone's too horny.
Top of D. Top of D.
Yeah. Name me one thing about their race.
They have horns on there, except in TNG.
Like the only thing I know about Katarians
They
is
have,
that,
like-
they affect like pregnancy cycles. That's all I know about them.
I mean, we get a decent amount with Naomi and then TNG.
Yeah, but none of that's to do about Katarians.
she
it's all
never
about
talks
her
about her
heritage.
race. She doesn't. She basically
Because her dad isn't on the ship, we
No.
don't even know what the fuck he looks like.
But how many of those guys in D have like one moment and that's it? So
Well, there
I
you go.
wouldn't. No, I'm going to go with D.
Yeah.
all right, that's fine.
Next.
Yes, Atana Joel was a recurring mega. The Malkorian. These are the xenophobes where the one slept with Riker in order to release him. This was like the first contact mission.
Okay.
Yeah, first contact mission.
Them shit.
Right. Oh, she
This
isn't wearing the
actress-
slutty glasses, if I didn't know.
No, this is a different. This actress is the one that plays
Slutty glasses, what, the
plays
little thin one?
several
Yeah, because that's the
Romulans.
nurse.
Oh,
Yeah, she's the one who's like,
Those slutty glasses?
Sorika.
Are there any? Oh, okay.
yeah, I guess what? I wear slutty glasses.
Do you?
Played by Bebe Neuwirth, by the way, who's Fraser's wife.
Oh, wow.
So there you go.
I remember
what's her
nothing.
name?
of
Guess what, Buta? The scientist lady who wanted to have alien sex, most relatable character on Star Trek.
It's always
Okay,
okay,
so,
Mexico
yeah,
alien. Someone out there is just like, yeah, wipe that dust off. Let's go.
This actress, Carolyn Seymour, she plays Toref, the Romulan commander in Face of the Enemy, Troy's episode.
Yeah.
She plays Marasta Yale. She plays Taurus, another Romulan. She plays Mrs. Templeton in Voyager.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know. I feel like no one ever talks about her, and she's a pretty good
Very
actress.
forgettable.
Yeah, I liked her in all of her roles. I'd say
There's C,
D.
of
Like, there's
course.
nothing-
There's C.
Eh.
Really? It's a solid episode. They talk about
It's a solid episode, but what's
xenophobia.
special about them?
It is. I feel like
They're
it's
too obviously
very-
human analog. They're too obviously human.
Actually, I'm going to move
I
Katarians
know.
up to C. I'm going to move Katarians
But
bottom of C. Sorry.
No, Even I don't like the Katarians.
No,
No,
fine.
come on, man.
I think it's a good, and it's timely even now because they're talking about aliens and like the Pentagon releasing that information. I feel like it's a good mirror on humanity. Because if we saw aliens, we'd probably fucking kill them too instead of trying to establish peaceful.
Oh yeah,
first
someone would
contact.
absolutely get them and shoot them first. Yeah, totally.
We'd want to hump them and we'd want to kill them because that's. So I think that's like pretty.
That's what we want to do to each
analog.
other. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's like a solid episode. I rewatched it recently because I've been watching TNG. I think it's a good episode. And they do have some nuance because they show the whole gamut of people that are helpful and compassionate and understanding, and also like closed-minded xenophobia.
Sounds like
type.
there, just below FAMK.
I think bottom of C.
Bottom of C.
I think-
I'll allow bottom of C.
I
No
think
bottom.
I think this
Come
is
on,
sounding
man.
more interesting than a lot of the other characters who were pretty much one note and didn't do much. This sounds more ethical, like around about the same point as the Clan Trelester, like kind of that area. Like it was a good ethical dilemma. I'd say that's about that. Malon.
C, actually. No,
I
I
C.
actually quite like the Malon.
I think they're better than C, to be honest. They get a handful of episodes and they're interesting.
They are interesting episodes every time they have them because I
It
really
is-
like the one where they're like dumping in like the interstellar void.
Here's the interesting
Yeah.
thing about like
Night.
Voyager characters is because
Night,
we
yeah.
don't see them for long enough. Because we can't
Yeah.
physically can't we can't get into their cultures because we're always moving. Like Voyager is on the
Yeah.
go, on the way. home.
Juggernaut is a great episode. I fucking love Juggernaut.
Yeah, we see that, which is a good Balon episode. And then we see the one where they race to collect like something from the star, from the sun
Oh,
or whatever,
the
and
Delta
that's
Flyer.
when they
But
build the Delta
Extreme
Flyer.
Risk. Oh, Extreme
Yeah.
Risk is so good,
Yeah,
but
this kind
they
of
don't
this
really.
feels like a B. This feels like a B because it adds. They've added stuff.
I
to
think
the
they are a
race.
B.
Yeah.
I think they are actually a strong, and they do add an environmental message to Star Trek, which is like
Yeah.
way less heavy-handed than the shit in
see them-
TNG, like the warp
I could,
core stuff.
maybe I
Like
could see them. Maybe above to no.
Is
a
it
low
Juggernaut?
B at best. Yeah.
Hello,
I
B,
think
maybe
it's
I'll put
Juggernaut
them
where they're
there.
talking.
There.
They're talking to Ron Canada, where he's like,
Yeah.
you know, back on my world or whatever. I make
What a
good money,
name.
but it goes to my family. I know I won't survive. Like that's
Yeah.
a good.
What a name, Ron.
Yeah, there's a good
Canada.
amount of tragedy to that. Man, if I am Ron, I am the man of Canada.
Yeah, Fezzik.
It's like a wrestler name.
It is.
It's like fucking Ron Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually really like the Malon. Yeah, no, they're an interesting.
British
I-
Bulldog.
That's yeah. No,
You know what they are? They're like the Vidians, except that like we don't ever see their problem solved. I would be really curious to see what the Malon would look like without their problem solved. It's cool. What's next?
That is
You
The
should know that one. Stars.
Zero's race.
I can't see the picture. It's tiny.
Zero. It's Zero from Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Oh,
The
Medusans.
Medusans.
Right. Oh, A. I love the Medusans. They're so cool.
A is really strong.
That's a bit too strong
Dude,
for me.
the idea that like they're so incredibly impossible
Hold
to
on.
discern that like you go insane looking at them is so cool.
All right, but that's only a part of the script. Now, I haven't seen all of Prodigy. Do they actually explore Medusan like
No,
culture and
they
heritage
don't, unfortunately.
at all?
Well, the Borg.
Well, they
episode
talk
comes
about the
close.
stuff with the Borg episode. Yeah, they
Yeah.
talk about that, and that's a really interesting insight on
Yeah.
that because they're a
'Cause they
hive
won-
mind.
They have one TOS episode.
But they've had all of Prodigy. But
Well, they've had a
I-
character in Prodigy. I just
yeah, you're right. We do, like you say, the Borg episode does deal a bit more in depth, like a bit more of like what Zero's motivations are. I could see a good B just purely because of Zero.
I'll allow a B. Yeah,
Yeah. I could
Zero
see-
is so interesting a character, and I really like them as well. And you get
This
like a bit of an
feels
insight
like-
into like
It's above
yeah.
a C, definitely.
this feels like the Katarian problem where there is a Medusan character, but that doesn't further the
But it's
Medusans in
different.
Star Trek.
I feel like we do.
You do learn more about
we-
Medusan
we
culture
do,
than you ever
as
did
well,
about
part of,
Katarians.
like why he's in the suit, what happens when he's not in the suit. We get a little bit of the exploration through the culture, through the character. It's a little bit more of like a Worf situation than a Katarian
And the
situation.
TOS episode for it is great as well. Also, it's a great TOS one-off.
And it's got Pulaski in it.
I haven't seen enough Prodigy to have a strong opinion, so I won't.
We'll have to fix that.
I would say
That's
like
my
lowish
fault.
Bs, lowish Bs, maybe just below.
Yeah, I'll
the main
allow a
one.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Mintarkans? Really?
Oh, Mintarkans
Yeah.
are pretty iconic.
They're
I
just,
like the
they're just
iconic. I like
Vulcans
Mintarkans.
and Romulans. Like there was a book even established that there was like another one of the offshoot race, like someone
Yes.
fucking Vulcan Johnny Seed went out and just spread his seed everywhere over different
Vulcan
planets.
Johnny Seed.
They are. They're like
very
Spock
iconic, though.
siblings. There's
Yeah.
more than you think.
They really do justify the existence of the Prime Directive in a way that's very, very elegant. They add a lot to Star Trek in that way.
I think iconic is strong, too strong, but it's a great episode. It's
If someone says to me, like, name me an episode from season 3 off the top of your head, don't think I instantly go, who watches the Watchers? Like, that's just like that is.
No, but it's like, let me ask you another question. Hey, what's Star Trek about? Oh, well, it's about exploring space, and they have this directive where you can't let you fuck around with like cultures and develop warp drive. Why not? Watch this episode instantly.
Can I just?
okay, but you're also you're describing the Malcorians in C tier.
Can I just say it has to
That's
be
the
higher
first
than
contact
the Baku,
episode.
because the Baku was exactly the same scenario, but in a worse situation.
Dude, everything is higher than the Baku, and that's automatic. I think they're in C.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
it's
in
a
C.
great
Okay,
first
I'll allow it,
contact
yeah.
episode, but there are other good first contact episodes.
All right,
in there,
I'll
too.
allow a high C.
High
Yeah,
C.
You know, I hate to say it, you're not going to want to hear it, but the Edo are also a good first contact episode. They may look appealing on the outside, but if you walk on their lawn,
A good,
then God will kill
good
you.
first contact episode. This is not a good
It's a
first
great-
contact episode. It's a bad
Hey,
first contact episode.
Idol, Otto, why don't you just go up and
Walker.
away? Don't want to hear about the Edo. Don't want to hear about
I'm
it.
gonna put below year of hell.
See, dude, how come there's no A tier races in Star Trek?
I know, right? Ooh, the Nacine. Interesting. I like the Nacine. They're cool. We only ever see 2 of them.
They're pretty cool.
It is pretty
I
good.
will say, like, Suspiria is, and this has nothing to do with timelines. Suspiria is like, what's the word? Like, cartoonishly bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, she hangs
The
them from the
caretaker is
ceiling with
cool,
blood
yeah.
dripping, and it's like, come on.
Yeah,
stay
no,
in
it's like,
your
yeah,
lane.
oh, I see someone saw The Exorcist.
Hey, Cranky, you think the Nacine are A
that's high.
tier?
That's high. I'd say B.
I'd give them a B. I'd say a B. Yeah. They don't have enough of an impact on Star Trek as a whole. Like, they created
They
Voyager, obviously,
they
but that could have been
created
anything. That could have been the Q for all we. Yeah, it could have been
I
the Q.
think they probably rate just slightly lower than 8472 in terms of things. They help set up the thing, but
Yeah.
like it is.
If
yeah.
we'd had more, if
I
we had
think-
seen another one, I would think I could have easily.
Yeah, I
justified
think if
them
we'd have
with an
gotten
A.
like a 3rd or 4th episode, that would have really helped them. Because we had,
Oh,
we
I'd
had
love if they
2.
turned up in Prodigy. Can you imagine? That'd be really cool.
Yeah,
Story
that could
City
be
of
actually,
Light
yeah,
Bombs.
that's possible.
Yeah.
He plays a banjo. Yes, that's right.
True.
Dom Jot. You
Play
play
Dom Jot,
Dom
man.
Jot.
D.
Boomer.
Fuck them.
Dude,
gotta kill
dude,
the
they got a
boomer.
Strange New Worlds.
They gave
reference.
Mayweather an episode. How is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Dude, as soon as they said Dom Jot and Strange New Worlds, I'm like, it's the fucking Nausicaans. They did it.
Play
actually
Dom
get,
Jot,
like-
human.
They get more than they should somehow.
They stabbed Picard.
Well, because then what happens when you don't want to use a Klingon makeup? That's all they are.
Human Dom Jot.
D.
I still don't know why the Chelnoth even exist. Like, they could have just used these guys. Or a Klingon.
It's this game that Nausicaans love to play, but they're really bad at. Love to make bets on.
Not,
D.
I don't know. I feel like they have too much in Star
What do
Trek
they
to
add?
be D, though.
What
they
have they added? They're a thug race. That's it.
They're part of they're part of the tapestry of Picard's life. He wouldn't be the man he is.
No, the
he hadn't
knife
been
is part of the tap.
In the
knife is
Bonstone
part of the
Recreational
tapestry of his life.
Facility in 2340.
You know what else is part of the tapestry of Picard's life? Playing a flute with someone else's hands. Come on.
Actually, the Chalnoth are part of the tapestry of Picard's life. So.
Yeah, well, D.
Are they really D? Are they really?
Tell me anything about Nautican
Hold
culture.
on.
Tell me a single
Hold
thing.
on. Hold on. Chat says C, and I think C as well. They have cool leather jackets. That's what I can tell you about their.
So did the cast of Star Trek Picard. They're all ethnic. Like, come on.
That's the only reason they.
Buddha-
That's the only reason they made the series. Like, you want to make some jackets? Yeah, you have to make a series.
Yeah, they're D.
Buddha, we're
come
trying
on.
to have a conversation. Don't butt in with your comments. All right, definitely C tier because it's.
No, they're D. They're D. Shut up.
Look,
I think
it's
it's the
tied
funniest
3 to
thing you've ever
3.
said.
C or D. You
No,
can't just unilaterally.
D.
Yeah, I can actually. I
We're the
just
hosts. We
did.
get 2 votes each over chat. Come on.
Dude, you can't
if
tell
you
me.
remove Nausicans, nothing would change.
Right,
You would just
right,
put
look.
Klingon there instead.
Yeah.
Look,
You click on, you put
look,
Chalnoth, you put a
the-
Brunali. Who cares?
Listen, the 3 wise men in the bottom of C next to the Antedians. Can you tell me what
Yeah.
the race is called?
I Can't.
Okay, so the Nausicaans are definitely in that neighborhood, right? If you can't even tell me what the
Why are
race
the
is called,
Antedians in C? Why are the Antedians
because they're hilarious.
No,
'Cause
why
they're
are they not in
hilarious.
D?
No. D.
Antedians are
All
good.
right,
Marie,
if you
Marie,
put them
I'm
in
begging
D,
you here.
I'll swap you.
Put
I'll
it in
and,
swap
D.
and
I'll swap you.
Nausicaans in C then.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Fine.
Compa.
And also you can put the ERNs in D because even though they're hilarious,
The who?
we
Which
can't
ones are
you
they?
can't even
Oh,
remember
these
their
guys.
name.
Who are they?
The three wise men.
Oh, three wise
Yeah,
men.
who
okay,
are they?
Okay, we'll pop them.
The ERNs,
The who are they?
which I only know because I had to look this up for the thing. But
The Yarwans?
all right, the
Okampa.
Okampans.
Oh,
Dude, all the creepy
The
sexualizing 2-year-old stuff, it makes it an automatic D for me.
we don't.
I
Despite
think
the
Star
fact we
Trek
get-
would be better without Okampans.
We get 3 seasons of Kess, and
Yeah.
we find out is she's
Yeah,
3 years
actually.
old and she gives birth out of her back. Like, that's about it.
Yeah, like honestly, I actually feel like Otto's right. If you removed Ocampus from Star Trek, Neelix would be a fully featured, mature character earlier. You'd get better episodes out of him. You wouldn't have to deal with any of Kess's garbage, which let's be real here, apart from maybe Warlord and possibly Before and After, they are all garbage.
They had a lot of good stuff. I just the age thing. It's like
What makes it
would
worse
it have
is when they
worked
have...
outside the Berman era?
What makes
Like,
it
I
worse
feel
is
like
they have before and after, and then like Paris has married Kess, and Kim's married their daughter, and she's only 2 years old, and like that's like, but like oh yeah, Linus is like
Creepy
fully
as
old,
fuck.
and it's just like okay, this is creepy, but it's fine, but it's weird, and it doesn't make sense, and like, it confuses me so much. But
D. D.
yeah, I think you're right.
Don't like him.
I mean, they should be C, but they do actively
I'm sure
offend
there are
me.
more good Kess
Cranky, I
episodes.
should point out, when the guy with the pufferfish nose turns up, he's getting S tier.
Like I get like Kess has had more good
Interspatial
episodes.
flexure?
We
Yeah,
watched
interspatial flexure.
We watched something recent. One of the recent Treks we did with the Voyager episode. We're like, holy shit, Kess is actually more competent in the episode than we remember. But Okampa as a general, yeah, whatever. There could be anyone.
I like Cass. I like a lot of
Guys,
things
it's
about
fucking
the
11
Ocampa.
o'clock. Put him in D. I'm not here for this.
You are here for this, you nerd.
Exactly,
Come
this is
on.
why you're here. I'll put him at top of D.
This is building your Star Trek cred.
Oh my god.
I really think they're C, but I just hate them.
No, fuck the
What's
Okampa.
this one? The Yarans? Yar, the pirate voices?
These are the Organians,
These are the Organians,
and they're in
yeah.
TOS, and somehow they weasel their way into so much other like video games and
Enterprise,
books and
yeah.
stuff, despite them being completely forgettable. And I don't understand
D.
why.
D.
I hate
they
'em.
They ascended, and they're suddenly judgmental of everyone.
Yeah, but I can name like a million other species that ascended that are more interesting than them.
They're like pacifists with god powers.
Also,
And that's
like they let like Kirk and Spock like think like they're letting a like race die just because they can't be bothered to just tell them the truth.
Although we get that sweet gesture from Kirk where he's like, "Fuck you" with his hands. You remember when he does the? Yeah, it's like that. It's good.
D. No one cares.
I'd
about
put
the
him in D.
Organians.
D.
I like their appearance in Enterprise. I think that's actually a decent use of them, but it's better than the original episode.
Are they in
Not something
Enterprise?
They are an
Yeah,
Enterprise.
because they had the episode where they take over Reed and Hoshi's
Observer
bodies.
effect. Observer
Oh,
effect.
that's
that
right.
one.
Yeah. It's actually a pretty decent episode.
Oh, right. This next one. Have you guys caught up on Lower Decks?
No.
There's an Orion episode.
I should let you know, by the way, that the lines have like moved, so I can't see what's beneath now. So what is it?
Orion.
Orion. B.
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry. Yeah.
I think B is fine. I don't.
B
I
works,
think
B
they
works.
could probably make it up into A at some point in the
Easily,
future.
yeah.
Yeah.
With
I
more
thought you
development
guys were
like
gonna go
Strange
C,
Worlds and
I was
Lower
gonna
Decks is
argue
giving
up,
them.
But
No,
Orion.
Orion's are great.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
They've definitely got a
Yeah,
lot of
they're-
development, like with Strange New Worlds and like this recent episode of Lower Decks. Like, yeah, they've gotten a lot of good work done towards them.
Yeah. And Discovery as well, to a degree.
I would put them above. I might put them top
We-
of B, actually.
We will announce the upcoming race as soon as we discuss them, in case
Yes.
there's not room on them.
Yeah, we can't
I'd
quite
put 'em
say-
in B.
I could probably adjust them, but
Somewhere in B.
B works.
And they are
Packleds.
arguably one of the first species you ever saw in Star Trek.
Very true.
Packleds. C.
Are they really? Do I think they're D? They're
No,
so.
let's see. Lower Decks did a lot. Lower Dicks did a lot for him, fella.
Did they really do a lot for them, or did they just have another episode as dumb
Spyro,
as the
yeah,
first
yeah.
one was?
Well, we got to see the planet.
Another Enterprise.
Yeah, it's really they're dumb. They're filler.
Yeah.
They're D.
They
Come
rescued
on.
Law from space.
Oh, wonderful.
That's
Are
true.
we
They
really gonna
did.
put Packlands in D? We've seen more.
You know what? I want to see the empty drifting ship of Packland corpses that Law left behind.
Yes.
More than I ever want to see an alive one.
They're dumb, but
Buddha's
they have
correct.
added to the universe.
No, they haven't. Buddha's
No, they
correct. Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks, they just continued the memes. That's all they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
All right.
D.
All right.
I have a
Easy
bigger hurt.
All right. The Komar from Voyager's episode Virtuoso that have never heard singing before.
The dumb people who
Oh.
didn't know what music was.
And I picked the image of Trent from Angel One because he's a Komar.
Is he?
Yeah, that's him.
Wow.
wow.
Fucking me. Trent.
I
The
think
beta
so.
male Trent.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's
See?
actually it's a good doc episode.
It's a great dog episode. Yeah, I really appreciate Seven's letter to him at the end. It's good.
It's a C.
It's a C.
It's a C. It's a middling C. It's a middling C. It's a C here. C here.
Buddha,
now.
you should join us one of these times.
Wait,
and
sorry.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah,
give me
next
the
time.
business back.
Let me
All right, what are we
just
saying?
expand
C.
it. C.
I think they're an automatic C.
Yeah.
They're not a D.
It is broken.
But-
Can you make it go?
Shrink this
Can
layer.
you?
Wait. Can I?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
Oh,
next
the
up,
Remans.
The Remans. Dude,
I would
it's
love. I
another
want the
Troy
Remans to get more
mental rape.
development. I want them to get like development. I really would. I think they're interesting. Like the idea of like the Romans having a slave race. The fact that they didn't come up once in Picard is a fucking ridiculousness.
Why?
I hate it.
We get some backstory, but the only thing they actually do in that movie is help Shinzon mentally rape Troy.
Yeah,
That's the
they-
only thing they actually
Indeed.
do in that movie.
Like
Which
in
is
potential, I'd say they're like a B, but like in actuality, they're a D.
They're a D. Why do they look so different, despite the fact they're the same? Well, like look at Andor
Because
and
it's
Zanar.
a awful planet.
Yeah, but
They like live in the mines and
it's
Yeah.
the whole subservient race that's been subservient for millions of years, but have their own fucking starship is one of the dumber points of
Well,
Nemesis.
it's Nemesis as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
they
the
have the
problem.
most powerful starship in the universe. Yeah,
I
that's
should let
great.
you know, I would love to play a Reman in STA and just completely rehabilitate that species single-handedly.
Absolutely,
but,
yeah,
like,
they need some work,
cool.
like definitely. D, yeah.
So what are we
D,
saying?
D.
D, fuck them. Like in terms of actuality, like they're awful.
Yeah, I think
Cool
if we hadn't
design.
had that
Yeah.
Troy shit, I'd say C. But
Yeah,
it's just-
they're a cool design, but yeah, utterly racist. Romulans.
A.
A. I like
I
what
think
Picard
S.
did with them a lot, actually.
I think S.
Really? S.
Really?
Why?
And
TOS Stranger
Tomalak
Worlds?
is great, by the
Tomahawk is
way.
good.
They are
TOS
really
Stranger
good in
Worlds,
TNG.
the Romulan
They're arguably better than the Klingons in TNG, who I really love. And so they didn't get as much in the later seasons, but yeah, Picard actually, that's one of the best things to come out of Picard is showing the
you're not
different
wrong.
aspects of Roman culture. I think
Yeah.
they're generally great in like non-canon content too, in books
gonna
and stuff.
admit-
They're usually pretty well done.
I will admit the only reason I said A is because we said earlier that A doesn't have much in it. But you're kind of right. Yeah, they are S. We've had a lot of unification. We saw the unification movement. We got to go to Romulus
Yeah.
and see the culture.
Reunification
Yeah.
Part 3 is also awesome,
And that
actually.
as
Okay,
well,
yeah, I'll give
the
it
part of
S.
the whole
Yeah.
Navarre storyline. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually really love that part of Discovery. That's
You
awesome.
can't tell me. Yeah, you can't tell me
Yeah, yeah,
Andorians have done more
Fine,
for
all
Star
right,
Trek
yeah,
than-
okay, yeah, I'll allow it.
Well, and
I'll
A.
compromise on that.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. That's
Name,
another
correct,
one.
Yeah. You fucker, put that back. There
I
you
just
go.
did. I just did.
Dude,
Good.
I'm surprised DS9 never did more with Romulans because it just feels like a good.
They
match
wanted
of-
to, but it feels like they
of
just kind of
race
stopped.
and
Yeah,
for whatever
storytelling.
reason.
A little
Yeah.
bit in Into Armor, Silent, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a
Yeah,
little
more
bit in that
Trek.
one with like Kira, like fighting to make sure that Bador didn't get taken over. But yeah, it was curiously underdeveloped.
We'll get more. I think we'll get more of Romulans in the future.
What is this glowing? Oh, it's
That's the
actually
Shellyak
modality.
Yeah.
We can brook no delay.
They were fun. They were a really
C.
fun race. Yeah, C.
C,
Easy
yeah.
C. They were good fun.
beaten by a legal technicality means they're instancy at least.
Yeah, that felt like I was watching like Better Call Saul or something. That's a
Yeah.
great episode.
By technical, where do we put? I think we put that in there.
I would request That arbitration be performed by the Grisellas.
The Grisella.
Yeah.
Yeah. As
Their
soon as they have
hibernation's
the hibernation's
Just-
like, it'll be over in just a few months.
that smug moment of Picard is just like, let them wait. What if he walks over to the sign and just wipes his
Yeah,
finger?
the
wipes
whole
up the
act
desk.
is so fucking good.
Of course,
And
that's
that's episode
Patrick
1
Stewart,
of season
not the
3
show
is
act.
such a different
is-
tone instantly.
There is a downside to that episode, though, is that Picard doesn't really talk about his plan with anyone. He makes everyone, including, he doesn't let the bridge crew know his plan
Yeah,
at all.
that's
He just
Captain
lets
Prerogative. You have
everyone
to make everyone
slide.
else look like a fool.
Yeah,
Guess what? He doesn't have a lot of joys in this life. Like about this.
that's very true. Especially later in
The
life.
sonar.
I hate the Sona.
I kind of
And they have
I
that
like
stupid
them.
couch. Who has a couch on the bridge? That's
Voyager.
the
I
dumbest
would.
bridge layout.
I would.
It's so-
It's so
I
that you
hate
can
bridge
snuggle up
couch.
with your significant other.
Dude, bridge couch is like, it brings it down
see.
half a tier.
See, because no. Come on.
F. Murray Abraham is
Yeah,
a
come
great
on.
actor. I do love that actor.
Do you know what? About 5 or 6 months ago, I would have said, yeah, but their main feature of Star Trek Hidden Evil, and then we played Star Trek Hidden Evil. I'd be like, no, let's not do that.
Yeah,
See.
Tom Morello, F. Murray, they had some good, but then they also they have weird skin suit slave race.
There's nothing to
Well,
it,
yeah.
really. There's
All the slave
there's
races
F.
are
Murray-
kind of dumb.
Right.
You can still go home, Galner.
Take F. Murray
Dude,
Abraham.
I'm not pleading
take,
for my life. I'm pleading for yours. Come on.
Again, that's Patrick Stewart.
Take
Yeah.
Rafu
Guess what? He's still
out-
talking to a sonar.
Take Rafu out of the picture. What have you got? You haven't got anything.
You got Galner.
No, well, you have Gold now.
Just.
You have Bridge Couch.
Bridge couch.
So stupid.
You have how many does it take, Admiral? Come on, see.
Again,
this.
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick
Did you
Stewart
keep
and the
giving us
Admiral.
Patrick Stewart lines?
That's not even related.
Well, because I don't want to strain my voice. I'm ill, and I don't want to do that. No, F. Murray Abraham does. He gets blown off the
part of
collector.
Rafu is that scream is not just the no, it's the way he kind of calls it. Go, no! Like proper does a full face rotation to scream. Like,
Oh, it's so good when it cuts to Picard. And he's just like, "Oh, well, that just happened." See?
no,
I do like
D.
the analogies
Yeah,
that come out of
C.
that movie.
D.
I'd
C's
put him
good.
near the bottom of C.
All right,
Near the bottom of C, I'll allow that.
just,
like the
just
one with
above the
Ocampo.
Nausicans.
All right, the
All right.
Suliban.
I like the Suliban,
They
actually.
were interesting. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
They kind of feel like Enterprise's Kazon to me.
No,
they stuck
they were a
around
bit
longer
more
than they
than
should
that.
have. They were an
Silic
early
alone
season
is
crutch.
really interesting.
Yeah, it's because John
I feel like
Fleck
with
is a great guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, a great
But
actor.
We had
Maybe
the
B is
episode-
overdoing it.
We had the episode
but-
where they break the Suliban out of prison. That actually was the with
Yeah.
fucking thief from Quantum Leap, Dean.
Yeah.
What's his name? I forget his name now.
Dean Stockwell.
Dean Stockwell. Thank you. And that kind of
Yeah,
showed
that's
that
what
they were
picture's
unaltered
from.
Suliban, and that the future guy and had ended up sort of altering them, and it was an interesting thing to see a race that was the antagonist, but were sort of slightly outside the rules, which was quite fun. And I like
Yeah.
Broken Bow because they had, they obviously had the cruise ship, and they were operating on a different kind of malevolence to your average villain. They were outside of
Yeah.
you
They
couldn't
were
predict-
mercenaries. They were
you
Bahia.
couldn't predict what they were going to do or where they were going to show up. You like at the end of Shockwell,
And like while we made the point about the 8472 being undermined by the crappy CGI, I feel like the uncanny valley effect of the CGI when they're doing their stretching kind of adds to their menace a little bit because
Yeah.
they're creepy and weird.
like the end of
They're-
Shockwave, they all of a sudden turn up and they're surrounding the Enterprise, and you're like, actually, I remember watching that first time. I was like, oh shit, the
That was
Suliban
pretty
here.
cool.
Wow, this is pretty cool. So I would give
They're
them.
genetically engineered to trust or to gauge trustworthiness by kissing people.
Okay.
Like that seems like a pretty useless genetic enhancement, right?
well, that's
Berman.
season 1 of Enterprise. That's the
Berman.
worst. Yeah, that's Berman. Yeah.
I put them in B, solid B.
I think B is
I'd be happy
fine.
with B.
Yeah.
Yeah, B's good. Yeah, I like B.
B's
yeah.
good.
I think they're about a billion times more interesting than the Betazoids.
Yeah, I'd give you that.
All right, $50
that?
if you can recognize the next race.
It's shrunken down too small. I can't
I'll give
see.
you a hint. It's from Voyager, and that's Neelix dancing with him. They're called the Tac Tac. It's the episode. It's the episode Microcosm, where those CGI mega viruses come and attack the
D,
ship.
shut the fuck up.
It's
D.
I only included them because they're called the Tac Tac.
Yes, like, guess what? A tier name, D tier species.
They can go along with the Dosai and then.
Look, there's not a lot of good pictures of the Tac Tac. All
Oh,
right.
I bet there isn't. Oh dear.
Tac.
What is that next?
That is
The Talarians.
Who?
That's a TNG episode, early TNG. Jonah is a human boy
Jonah, that's right. Yeah, the boy. Yeah.
that is raised by the warmongering Talarians.
They were in the comic that precedes Resurgence, I think. Oh no,
Oh, were they really?
They're in Birth of the Federation.
Yeah.
They have those like X-wing ships with the 4 wings that come out diagonally.
Oh no, they weren't in that. No, maybe they
So
weren't.
the thing that I liked about this episode is you're expecting them to take the human boy back to his home with his family, and then Picard makes the choice. Actually, this is the only life he's ever known. He should go back with him. So it's like a half decent episode.
You know, you're talking, but all I can just hear in my ears is "see."
Is it? I'd probably say D.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was gonna
really?
say
That
D
far back?
actually. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I thought okay, top of D, above. I'd say it's above a Compans. I think they had a storyline. And you got a little bit into them.
What are you talking about, Cranky?
What? In the title, like or what makes you can tell what religion it is.
What? I don't even remember.
No, I don't remember that.
I don't remember him being in a Speedo. What?
Is this
All right.
Talaxians?
The Talaxians.
Is this a minor character?
B.
Minor?
Yeah, that's
Neelix is a main
that's
character.
Wix. Wix
Wix
is
and
the name of
Dex,
that.
Oh, the guy who tries to buy the map
Talaxian.
off of, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Dex is great, and Jetrel is
good
great.
stuff.
I think they do a decent job with the Talaxians. They could definitely do more.
I would put
Yeah,
them
I
above,
wouldn't hate it anymore.
I'd put them above Bajorans. I put them in sort of.
Oh, the racquetball suit.
What? Above Bajorans?
Wow.
I'm gonna have to
Not
rewatch
Bajorans,
that.
Betazoid. Put them above the Betazoid.
Right.
Sorry.
I was about to say, what the
Too
hell?
many Bs. I've had too many Bs, and that's a B. I'd put
Hold on, are Bajorans the best race in Star Trek?
Maybe.
one of the top 6
Michelle Forbes.
keepers.
The Telosians.
Telosians.
Oh, A, easy.
Really?
Yeah, I love them. I
No.
love them. I think it's so
They have
cool.
what? 2 episodes?
3
yeah,
if
but
you
they're
count the
great. They're
menagerie.
banger
4 if you
episodes.
count the menagerie.
I
How
really
many?
like the
They had
Cage.
one in Disco.
Yeah.
They had the one, but it was a really good
It
one.
was
Disco
a good one.
Cage Menagerie.
I don't know. I feel like they're a really interesting look at like voyeurism. They're the very first, technically
I would say
speaking, the very
voyeurism
first
or-
species.
Would you
Well, yeah,
say? Would you
because
say that's
Discovery
like a
is all
peak
about, like-
voyeurism?
They were more
Yes, they
than
would.
voyeurism because they were more about they manipulated the people that were inside their.
Well, I was
yeah.
talking about specifically their want to experience Spock and Burnham's breakaway. That was
that
voyeuristic.
One, yeah.
Dude, they wanted to see Pike have sex, so they were voyeurs.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. We also, well, most people want to watch Anthony Man have sex. Anyway, easy. Like they're probably the first actual alien you see in Star Trek, not counting Spock because he's not quite.
They do.
I'd
They
be,
did.
I think.
They did add to
Hey,
General
we have
Order.
nothing in A.
General Order 1, which
Dude,
established.
they're not the Borg. In the history of Star
They're
Trek,
not the Borg. You are right.
the Borg and the Telosians,
strong
really?
B. Strong B.
That's strong B.
You guys just don't like the raid, clearly.
Look, that's just sometimes tiers are lopsided. That's just how tiers work. If it was a straight ranking, you might have them like.
Let me introduce this next species by saying no other race in Star Trek, no other minor race that has really only been in one episode until Lower Decks has ever had such a memeable opinion on Star Trek. How many people introduced to other Star Trek fans by saying Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra? How many other people say Shaka when the walls fell and know that as part of the cultural heritage of Star Trek, being this one minor character that produced this absolutely amazing race?
So here's the thing: C and ostensibly D are jam-packed full of these one-episode things. And even some of them were like, these are good episodes, but they only got one episode. Tamarians, until more recently, have had one episode. I think that episode alone is good enough to put them in A.
I agree.
I'd agree. I'd
They've,
agree. Yeah,
they've
totally.
used that. They've used that in school courses, teaching
Yeah.
like communication and culture and stuff.
We can,
It's one
we
of the
can-
great episodes.
It is a good.
And
like,
it's a great episode because of the Tamarians. It's not just a good episode that has them in it. It's because of them.
No, and I think like you say,
true.
like what they tried to do with the Reaver episode, where at the end they said, right, we can't communicate with each other, so we're going to learn my language, we're going to learn sign language. But instead, I think they did it so much better with this and with Darmok, because they actually had them trying to communicate and trying to talk to each other, and they just couldn't. They couldn't the entire episode until it was just a matter of the fact of like, kill the fucking invisible creature, not me. You know, it was great. It transcends.
Marie also says A. So.
There you go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Shaka, when the walls fell.
Yeah. Sokath, his eyes uncovered.
It feels good to put a one episode race in
It
A
kind of
tier.
does. It makes sense. It makes sense. Like that is, like you say, it's
The
transcendent.
exception
like,
that proves the rule.
Yeah, yeah. Iconic episode, iconic race, and also like many more meanings outside of its intended target. Who is this?
The Teresians. This is the race where like the women mate with the men and then kill them. This is another
fuck
Ensign
off,
Kim
D.
episode.
This is awful.
Wait, but it's
remember
got
this one.
Howard from Better Call Saul.
No.
Is this Voyager?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right, that's probably
It's
why I
like
don't
season
remember.
2 Voyager or whatever. It's awful.
Wow.
Yeah, the women like mate with the men and
Let's throw
then
that
eat them
in
or kill them. It's a praying mantis
Let's put them
episode.
No,
I'd
below
put
Reman.
wait, where in D? I'd put them like below the Dosai because it's really
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. D.
All right. I want to hear Star's opinion on this one. The
Tellarites.
Tellarites. Talk to me about the Tellarites.
I actually really like the Tellarites. I think they've got to be a B. They're not as iconic as like like Andorians, I wouldn't say. And you wouldn't be
Who
instantly
is?
recognizable, but I feel like especially like Prodigy has like one of the main cast. They are quite important in TOS because they're one of the founders of the Federation as established. They get a little bit of play in Enterprise, but like I feel like they're not quite a bit player, but they need more. They could do with more. I feel like B.
Jangenbog does a little bit for him, but not enough. But yeah, B makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd say
Tellarites
around the
are
same
cool.
as the Illyrians.
And they do have an identifiable thing about them. They love to argue, and that's like discussed in
That's
various
cool.
different ways of how
That's
that comes
quite good,
out.
Yeah.
Where do we have Medusans? Like low B? I think they're clearly better than Medusans.
Yeah.
Because they have the same sort of like early TOS plus Prodigy,
Yeah.
but then they also
Well,
get a lot more
have
like in
Enterprise,
Enterprise and
yeah.
Founding Federation and all
And
this.
Discovery as well has a bit as well.
I kind of thought you'd put them in A, to be honest, but
Nah, I can't make
I mean-
the argument. They don't get enough play.
the Borg are the ultimate gatekeepers in this tier.
It's
list.
true. Maybe we made a mistake.
Tholians.
You could
love
talk them up
Tholians.
into S at some point.
I do love the Tholians. Can we give them an A?
We do.
They're
we don't
instantly
get
iconic,
enough of
though.
them. We don't get any of them.
don't think
We've got
they-
2 episodes with Tholians in it.
So what impact do they have on
Nothing
the Star
really.
Trek universe?
The
get the
web.
web. The
They
web
are
is cool.
part of the first. They are part of one of the best mirror episodes ever.
That's
In
pretty
Mirror
good.
Doctor.
Yeah.
So are the
3
Gorn.
episodes in.
Yeah,
So are the Gorn.
They are the first. Are they the first crystalline species you ever see in Star Trek?
Yeah.
Well,
maybe?
yeah.
Do they come
'cause it's
before or after the
TOS.
Horta? Yeah, but do they come before or after the Horta? Because they're silicon based.
After
Devil in the
Horta.
Dark.
The Horta was silicon, not crystalline. Like you can difference
Yeah.
the difference. But
yeah.
I want to say C.
Just
we
like
don't
pure
get enough.
alienness.
We don't get
I
enough
want
of
to
them.
see
Not
as
C.
well.
B.
Yeah,
B.
there's
Come
nothing-
on,
what-
they're
what
cool.
do they add? We don't have
Like a completely alien form of life that like you
but
don't know
look
anything
at
about.
look at what's in B. We get everything in B at the moment.
Dude.
Adds several episodes of intrigue and
Low B. Low B.
not even low
C's
B.
pretty ugly though. I'd put him like the very last in B personally.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Totally.
fucking hate the Betazoids, by the way.
Like I want to know more about the Tholians. There are people in
want
B
to
I
know
never want to
more.
fucking see again. Yeah,
We
exactly.
haven't got more. Tribbles? Anyone?
Tribbles.
S.
No, they're not.
Yes.
No.
Oh come on, at least A. If you ask people like what they knew about Star Trek, like Tribbles will go pretty high.
What do they add to the Star Trek universe?
They add
In-universe storytelling.
they add the Trouble with Tribbles and they add Trials and Tribulations. Yeah, there you go.
Calm down, calm down. They're
They
saying
have two
bad noises
amazing
about
episodes.
you. They're saying bad noises. You don't listen to those bad men. It's okay,
Hey,
it's okay.
come on, they're iconic.
Dude, the Borg are an A.
Yeah.
So they're on par with the Borg in terms of
Yes.
altering the history
It's
of Star Trek.
Yes.
No, they're not.
It's okay, it's okay.
Guess what? If the Tribbles were part of a time travel plot to kill Kirk, that makes them
Shut the fuck up.
integral.
There we go, better, thank you.
Integral.
Is it part of a Romulan plot, a ploy to start a war?
I don't know if I can. Okay, Chet says A and C.
C.
I think B.
I think C. What do they do? Don't you listen to
They're
them?
not meant to be taken
trill.
seriously, though.
Yeah.
Just calm down. Calm down. All right, it's okay, it's okay. All right, shut up.
Somewhere in B.
All right.
I
Okay,
don't-
fine.
dude,
B. I'll allow B.
they're not with the
then.
Borg and the Tamarians and the
B.
C.
the Changelings.
C.
B.
I'd say C too,
I
but
say C. It's a C. So what do? They sit there and do that noise.
he has a strong opinion about it, though.
I do have a very strong opinion about it.
What are you saying, Stars?
I say B. B.
C, B. No, we do two C's. We've got a C in chat.
You're talking me down from an S.
Well, we've got bigger fish to fry. Trill.
Good old
I
Flyers
think we're an
Harem.
A.
A at least.
Yeah.
At least an A.
We have got a
Like
lot of Trill.
Adira and Jadzia and Ezri, like there's a lot of cool development there. And they are a genuinely very alien form of life.
Odan.
Part of a trans metaphor and everything like that as
See,
well.
now,
Odan's
now
pretty
this
cool.
is one way where even if they hadn't done the spots and just made them indistinguishable, at least
Yeah.
they do enough to show, like with the different surgeries and the transplants and stuff, that they are indeed
And all
not.
the rituals as well. Feel
They
the
show the
Fire is
worms a
great
lot.
episode.
Yeah,
I think it's A. I think it's a
Like,
pretty
Got to be
strong
an
A.
A. A.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And Perrin. Ensign
Parents
Perrin.
cool, yeah.
Give him Riker the fuck eyes.
And some
like
fuck
that.
eyes.
Hall of Awesome material.
Yeah, it's true.
Just that one scene.
And hey, we have a new trill to add. Ed Solar is fucking awesome
It's
from fucking
true,
Resurgence.
yeah.
He's cool.
Ed Solar's pretty
He's
good.
great.
Actually,
Alright,
yeah,
next
no,
up.
because she adds the depth by going, yeah, I'm a Trill, but I wasn't accepted.
Yeah, no, she doesn't like that culture at all. She hates it.
Wish we got a bit more of that, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why they decided to delve into it.
Who
Who
is
is
the
that?
grey-haired motherfucker here?
The Yulians. They were the storytelling mind readers.
Yeah.
Another Troy rape episode, sadly. But I actually just watched
D.
that one today. It happened to come up.
D.
I do like that they're not like they separate themselves from the Bezoid in terms that they actually do like historical archaeological storytelling and history preserving. I think that's like a really cool thing to
Cool
investigate.
gimmick.
Sounds like a C.
I think C is like the topic to possibly go for. It's really.
I think the Troy rape thing automatically minuses anything you do.
Yeah, that's why I instantly said D. But
Are we
like, if
doing-
you want
The very bottom of C, maybe.
Above Nausicaa. Wait, why are Nausicans in C?
to, I didn't put them there.
Because they have like 8 episodes or whatever, and they do add something to different
Okay.
storylines.
Okay, this sounds like D then. This sounds like they go under D.
Yeah, but
chat
near the
saying
top of D, I'd say.
Marie saying D. Like, Marie has the veto.
Near the top of D.
You gotta listen
They have
to
a-
Marie. She
they have a
got smart
cool
head on her
gimmick.
shoulders.
They have a cool gimmick about them, which is more than you can say for like the
Marie,
Chelnoth.
I sure hope you're happy. Okay, who's this next guy?
The Ventaxians from Ardra's episode.
Oh God.
No,
D?
D.
Nothing. They're
D.
nothing. They're an
There's
accessory to
nothing.
Ardra, who is a
Audra
terrible
is the
villain.
cool thing.
They
Audra's
folded
D.
they folded like wet cardboard to some woman that showed up and said that she
Yeah.
was a mythical figure from
Her
1,000
plan
years
would
ago.
have fallen apart
Get
if one of them
this.
tried to shoot her.
A whole planet full of billions of people just kind of went, oh, this lady's the devil. We should just do what
Yes.
she says. Like, never
Yeah.
mind if the fucking second coming of Jesus turned up on this planet, about 50,000 people would go, no, it's a fucking hoax. So it's just, you just shopped it on,
Bottom of D.
yeah, it's pretty low.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Near the
lame.
very bottom of D.
I'll put them below Tac Tac, or whatever his name was.
fucking.
Whoa. Put some respect on the tac, all right?
Oh, fucking Tac Tac S tier, you say? Okay, Tac Tac's an S tier.
I forgot we had them in here. That's great. All right. The Vidians. Droopy face
So much
motherfuckers.
potential with the
Hey,
Vidians.
I love the videos.
Really?
I wish
love
they'd
them.
have done more with them. I wish they had. They're cool, but
I think the episodes we have are pretty good. Although they are like, you know, we have to. You know, there's some compromises on the initial concept, but I think like as a commentary on like how craven you would become in that circumstance.
I can't
and, like,
see the Vidians above the Hirogen or the Jem'Hadar. If the Vidians are in A, so are the Hirogen and the Jem'Hadar.
But Dinar Appel.
So?
Hold on.
mean,
Were there
like-
any Vidians in Under the Cloak of War?
Oh
No,
yeah,
there
I
were
mean,
not.
like literally, they had that,
Okay.
there was that cut scene, the deleted scene.
Marie says A or B. Like I
B.
personally would advocate for A. I would love to do more with the Vidians in Star Trek if I had like control over it, but I'll concede B if that's what you guys think.
I think B.
Yeah,
I think B.
Chet, Booter, and Cranky, and
Get the fucking
They-
tac out of there. Get the fucking tac out of there.
Tac tac
you mean the S tier tac?
No, fuck off.
Sorry, it's got to go about that guy.
They are interesting,
Actually, fucking
although
top
they're
of
a
D.
little bit too. They're a little bit too Phantom of the Opera-y for me.
Well, that's more like that one guy who stole Durst's face, really, than anything else.
I know, but
Dinar Appel
no,
isn't
him
like
and
that.
then that other guy that comes on to help save Neelix. He's got like the thickest like theatrical
Oh, yeah.
accent ever. So,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
all right, the lizard dinosaur Voth from Voyager, where they
I
like
like these
basically
guys.
they
These.
confirm that dinosaurs evolved 350 million years ago, and that's these guys.
Fun.
They kind of
Fun,
retconned that.
It's one of the few times that Chakotay gets to be an anthropologist.
A strong C.
It's one of the few times
Yeah.
he does anything.
I forget
I'm
the
not sure
episode.
about
Is
it.
that just where he goes up to Janeway and says, "Hey, do you want to see my dinosaur bone?" Or did something else happen?
No.
C, I'd say.
C.
I'd like to
strong
see
C.
them come back and do more. Like, it was cool to see another race that was like the Federation, that they didn't immediately start killing everything they saw. They were genuinely interested in scientific inquiry. It's
So
cool.
we have a bit of a spread here. Chat says Tac S tier. Thank you, Booter. But for the Vault, they say D and B, and we've said what C.
I think C.
or B,
Strong C.
so-
I'd say like a high C. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think they're iconic
There's a
enough
good
to be
spread
B.
there.
High C.
No, they're not.
High C.
Above
High
the
Cs.
Sheliak. Below, maybe above Crenham. Maybe.
Yeah.
About there. That sounds about right.
The Sheliak modality. Put some respect on there.
The modality. What a great name.
We carry the corporation. We can brook no delay.
The Vulcans live long and fucking
D.
prosper. Fucking what? Fucking
Nah.
out of here.
No, it's S tier.
Come on, it's a high S. It's literally the fucking
It's S,
flagship
the-
of the fucking
It
franchise.
is the first alien you ever saw on Star Trek.
Literally,
it's the very first
there is
one.
more about Vulcan culture than anything else out there. There are people
So-
in real life that subscribe to Vulcan culture.
Did Enterprise making all Vulcans dicks, did that help or hurt Vulcans?
Helps.
in
Helps,
Star Trek?
I feel like it helped.
Yeah.
When you get the wider context of season 4, I feel like it added to the culture immensely because it makes them not perfect, and that was really needed for them. So otherwise, it's like,
Booter
why aren't they just the ones who have taken over the world?
Booter wants to go to bed too. He's like, we don't even need to discuss this one.
We only got three
Yeah,
more
it's
left.
true.
Three
Yeah,
more
yeah.
left. And the most important
Dude,
one.
Go
Cranky,
for
if,
that.
if you're still here, gold ribbon for you.
Good man. No, Vulcans are like they are Star Trek. This is the antithesis of humanity's exploration to the stars as having the foil for James T. Kirk to be the logical.
It's the thesis. Yeah.
It is the emotionless but analytical. I was going to say logical, but I didn't want to go there. Analytical sort of like route to,
what the whole deal
to,
is.
to going through the situation. Say like, Kirk is going to be the emotional one, but Spock's going to be the one that goes, hey, let's look at this from a professional Federation standard viewpoint, which a lot of people, that's why people love Star Trek, because of that.
Yeah.
Because of Spock.
I would have
because of
liked to have
Vulcan
seen
logic.
this Star Trek catalog if Nimoy hadn't played Spock. I wonder.
Yeah.
I
much
probably
they
would have
would've-
ended in the 60s,
Be Gregory Peck.
frankly.
Could you imagine? Actually, Gregory Peck old enough? No, Gregory Peck
Hey.
might not be old enough, actually.
All right, we have three more.
If
Let's
John
go for
Rocky turned
Cranky's sake.
62, he would have been easily old enough, or maybe a bit too old.
Maybe not.
All right,
Hey.
this one's for Idol.
Alan Murray! What fun characters. What fun,
What
interesting
cunts.
character. Yeah, what
D,
what
they
dicks.
fucking suck. I
D,
hate 'em.
fuck 'em. I hate him.
Ooh, see, come on. Hey, Right. I love.
We
I
do have a
love.
substitute for them.
I love the.
Hold on,
Waddy
Marie
because-
says B.
I love the Waddy
Maurice is
because
B.
they are fun, but there's the edge of malevolence. They take cork around. They manage to
Yeah, you
take.
invited this.
They.
And now you talk.
And now you talk. No, they have like the malevolence. They have, but they also have the fun gambling. They take Cork around the ringer. They even deceive Odo for a bit. They're a different race we haven't seen before. Like they have their games, but you can tell there's something behind it. I unironically love Move Along Home. Aside from the cheap Alan Moraine, aside from Siddiq El Faddick's very bad acting, or Alexander Siddiq, apologies, bad acting on the scream, it is fun. The Wadi are a fun, unique race that aren't like anything. Yes, they're Alien of the Week, but who else in C isn't?
To paraphrase myself from a previous Butter Zone, you're doing an awful lot of talking for someone who's going in C.
Well, they're going to C. You said it, they're going in C. I'm happy for C. C's fine. I'll give you C.
I think they suck, but they're
think
probably
they're
D in my
fun. I think
personal
they're
list.
fun.
But
Do we have the hierarchy in here? Do we have the hierarchy?
no, we don't. I should have.
Oh, I love the hierarchy. They'd be an easy C.
Oh, they'd be. I put them in B. Like that was a catalyst for Doc.
Yeah, that's true. And they're also really good in that mini Federation episode. I love that episode. So good.
Oh,
right.
yes.
Who?
Intro to SDA. Nice. The
Two left.
Zindi.
Dude, I clock out of my Enterprise rewatch whenever we hit season 3, and I
love
don't
the
like this
Cindy.
arc, and
I
I don't
love-
remember
I like
anything
season
about
3.
it.
Fucking Degra's
I
arc
know
is
that the-
brilliant. I love Degra's arc.
I know the
shit,
accusations that they're just doing Phantom Menace, but guess what? They did it better than Phantom Menace did because they actually talk about like proper
heard that one.
issues. So, because it's like, hey, look, it's the early 2000s. We're gonna have like multiple races with different CGI and my prosthetics talking about things on the table for multiple
I
hours.
really
so it's
like
kind
the
of like
Zindi
prequels,
arc.
but
I like it's the only time we've seen a like 5 separate species of race come together in a council and work together, but they're the same race, just with different, like they've evolved differently on the same planet, but have come together. It's a cool concept. They did.
I do like the tragedy of the avians as well.
The tragedy
like,
of
that's
the
a really
aliens is
interesting
cool.
angle.
I do like for their detriment. Like the reptilians and the insectoids are very like just we're villainous, but we get to see fractures in the council. We get whole seasons worth of exploration. The downside to the Zindi is we've not heard anything.
They
of them
disappear.
since. Yeah,
Yeah.
they just God, no more Zindi. What a shame.
I'm
but-
surprised Lower Decks hasn't taken a pop at them, honestly.
Yeah, I would go A. I'd go probably low A.
I'm
but
happy with an A.
Yeah,
A low A, but yeah.
Yeah, chat saying A.
I don't think the Borg can stay in A.
Really?
I think they are S tier. They have some problems, yeah, but they've added probably more to the universe than
If right, okay, my compromise
Best of
is
both
They're on the
worlds
short list.
alone is
Right.
they're on the short list.
right. If the Borg are going to the A, Andorians have to come. Sorry, if Borg are going to
No,
S,
they don't.
Andorians have to come to A.
No.
What the fuck have the Andorians
No.
done? Nothing. Look at this fucking
We
cavalcade of
literally
cultures.
just spent all that
Like,
time
it's
talking about how important they were to Enterprise.
Not that important. Shran was. The Andorians, not so much.
I mean, Ashran is an Andorian.
Hold
Emma
on.
is
have we
amazing.
s-
All right, we're
It's
going
a
Zindi.
besmirchment
We'll
upon
come
this
back to
Emma's
this.
immortal soul.
Have we seen Zindi outside of Enterprise?
No. Maybe a reference in Lower Decks or Prodigy.
No, I don't think so.
I think still A though. They are still so
Yeah.
well developed.
I mean, that kind of says to me that they're not all that pivotal.
But in the compression, like if you think of the compression of it, like DS9, the Dominion were only relevant for DS9. Okay, Picard, but that was shoehorned in. The Zindi are only relevant for Enterprise for like a season, like in the same kind of way.
Dominion had like 6 seasons. No, not quite. Like 5 between
Yeah.
DS9
5 seasons,
and
yeah.
Picard, and Zindi had 1. So, I mean, you know,
I no,
Tamarians
I think
have
they
1
deserve it. They've
episode,
had an
so
impact.
it's not only screen
They
time.
destroyed half of Florida.
And we should thank them.
But,
For
oh, S tier. Yeah, S tier.
A tier.
But look,
what is that one? on the
I,
end there?
I think the Borg have to be S because they just.
I would
feel
agree.
like
But
they're
like,
the
guess what? I'm not
no-brainers in
doing-
A.
But like,
I'd say-
yeah, the Andorians stay S. Stay.
Fine, okay, I'll put Borg up. I just cannot see Andorians in S. I really can't. But one
They're-
more,
Yeah,
one
they're
more,
in
it's not
S.
your decision.
one more.
They're an S for Marie.
There you go.
Last one.
In memoriam of Marie.
S tier Andorians are the chicken soup for Maria.
Yes, absolutely.
Last one. Who's this? This is
Sausage fingers.
Sausage Fingers.
Oh, fucking Kohlrami.
Kohlrami. There you go.
Stratagem.
Sirna Kohlrami, the Zakdorn,
Zakdorn. That was what I was trying to think of. Thank
the
you.
master strategist.
They're kind of great. I kind of like them a lot.
B?
I have a really fond memory. Yeah.
Do we see any other
Peak
Zakdorn?
performance is so good.
We do. We see the guy that runs
I think
the graveyard in Unification. Is he a Zakdorn?
Yeah, he's a Zakdorn.
Yeah.
I think he's a Zakdorn.
In Unification, yeah, and then in Menage a Troy,
Was there one in there?
they are referenced.
Okay.
Oh, Klim
Reference?
Dakachin. Mr. Dakachin. Dakachin. That's so good. Dude, Riker, like when he does backhanded, like off the cuff insults.
Oh, yeah,
he's
no,
so
Jonathan
good.
Frakes is great at that, yeah.
Mr. Dakachin. Dakachin. Klin Dakachin. That's so good.
Do
Yeah,
you
I put him in
remember
B.
the tallest Zakdorn you've ever seen?
They like almost match the memorability of the Tamarians, but just like with zero cultural impact.
Peak performance is so good.
Dude, that is. I might give that episode a 10 too. I love war game styles.
Yeah, yeah. No, and it's such a good spotlight for every single episode, every single character in there.
What have they added to the universe? They gave us peak performance. Like
That's about it.
Yeah, actually. Well, it's also like they're a big part of the Borg arc, like building up to the Borg in Best of Both Worlds and making them seem like a credible threat. Because it's otherwise with that you'd go straight from Q Who to Best of Both Worlds with no run up. But it's like because of peak performance, you have this like building thing of okay, the Federation is starting to realize they can't rest on their laurels.
You can actually just watch. You can just watch Q-Who, The Neutral Zone, and Best of Both Worlds, and you actually wouldn't miss anything.
You wouldn't miss it, but they add.
logically, I see the argument
Stratagema.
for C.
Top C.
I think C for the 75%. What have you added? But like, I
Yeah.
just really
My
like them.
affection is
Chat
B.
saying
Yeah,
C.
my
Chat
affection
is
is
saying
B.
a good strong C. It's a strong C. Nothing wrong with a strong
All right,
C.
put him top of C then, because Stars and I.
He's there. He's top of C.
Yeah,
How do we
All
like
right.
this list? This is.
I love it. I'm happy with it.
Aside, my skepticism in the Andorians is the only thing I think I am, and maybe the Jem'Hadar I'd see move up, but that's about it. That's my only quibbles.
See, I really didn't want to do this thing where S tier is all the races that got the most screen time, but it kind of is.
But well, that just makes sense, really, doesn't it?
It's kind of the way it goes.
Yeah.
They're all pretty much well written, so
Well, let's
Yeah.
But we do have,
we happen to like
Darmok. We have
Star Trek
Darmok in
writing.
A, which is
Yeah.
That's the dark horse. I'm
Yeah.
proud of that one.
yeah. It's your defining.
And I
line.
feel like
Die
I'm
happy.
glad we weren't basic bitches and we didn't put the changelings in S just because they're a main villain race. I'm glad we didn't do that.
No, I kind of agree with that. Yeah.
But hold on,
I'm
you
happy with
got
this.
to put Michelle Forbes at the top. I want that. I just really like the Bajorans. Like they get,
They're great.
it's like a cheat code. They get all the best storylines basically.
Kira and like fucking Win alone are so awesome. But then it's like, do you want Param? Do you want fucking like? I even like Barial a little bit.
Brawl's
Like I
cool.
feel like he's
Yeah,
alright.
Brawl's alright.
Shakar's pretty cool.
I only-
all these
Brain.
who cares?
I only recently watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and so now
The Cuckoo.
now when I rewatch Kai Wynn, I wonder what I'm gonna think of her.
Nope,
You're
still
gonna be like,
bitch.
oh, I fucking hate you.
Ceto, yeah, we get Ceto from the original
Oh,
Lower Decks
Cedar Jax
episode.
is so good. Yeah.
Tragic story. That's a good tragic story. That's a 10 out
Hey,
of 10
we
episode
might
for me. is
we
Lower
might
Decks.
make this under 3 hours. That's not bad,
Hey,
boys.
by about
Nice.
no, we've gone by about 20 seconds. Give us 20 seconds. Hang on, and then we'll be at 3 hours. All right, I need to go to bed now, and because it's very late.
Yes, it's very
It's been a
late.
wonderful time.
What a worthwhile session.
Oh, it's been fun.
Actually, yeah.
Anything enjoyed is never wasted. That's my motto.
And we will get Marie in here next time.
We will, Marie. Hopefully your tonsils will get
Yes,
better
great.
after that excruciating surgery, and we will be back.
Wait, why wasn't the Q on there?
Can't fit them all. Sorry.
Q is S.
S tier,
S tier.
clearly.
S tier.
Um,
D.
Yeah,
Actually,
anyway, no.
We will be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow evening, same time, for our fourth part in our Star Trek Adventure series, the role-playing tabletop game, which we are playing. Stars is GMing. If you have missed the last 3 episodes and you don't have time to watch them by tomorrow, don't worry. I'm sure Stars will give me about 5 paragraphs to read of giving a recap, but you don't actually have to have any previous knowledge. We're just going to goof about, have fun, and roll some
Yeah, they're
dice.
probably going to kill all the NPCs anyway.
Yeah. See how much more plastic vomit we can find. So yeah, tomorrow will be
How many
fun.
more helmets can you ruin?
Dude, you're getting heckled by chat. She says, roll another double 20 idle.
Hey! Do you know what? I love it because you were actually watching, so that's fantastic. I will happily take the heckles for our returning viewers. Thank you very much. We will see you soon. Oh, and then Wednesday, Timelines Talks coming back. We are having Suncoast in. It's Suncoast Speak, so join us for that. We'll see you soon. Live long and prosper. And ta-ra.
It's all set.
What's all set?
I got Hooker lined up with a dude who's gonna give him the deal of a lifetime on a new Porsche.
A Porsche? Well, maybe you should wait. You might get a better deal through the state.
Yeah?
Yeah, we just did some story on a guy who's selling stolen Porsches off a lot on Main. Real sleazy character.
What's his name?
Delvin, Kelvin,
Melvin?
Melvin.